Now broadcasting from the Next Gen Conservative Studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report with Sam Whitfield.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the return of the Whitfield Report. Welcome, true believers and newcomers like moon crickets. I guess that's a new term out there.
I think I've heard it once or twice.
How you doing out there, chat? Glad to be back. Hope everyone is doing well. Let me just share the stream out there, one last time, letting the good people know that we are, in fact, officially live. And hello to the good folks over on Odyssey as well. I always forget to mention we do stream. We stream on three places: Twitter, YouTube, and Odyssey. It's all on the same. It's the same stream. I'm using Melon, but those are the three locations that you can tune in from. And then, of course, the podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, where you can also watch the video if you'd like to there as well. And everything else is in the description. So anyway, but yes, folks, I am back. Ian did not kill me or drown me or really even wound me, that much. It took out the show for a week because we had no power. But, the internet kept on churning and I was, I guess, blissfully unaware of what had happened. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Akaba, how have your past few weeks been?
It's been okay, not too bad. Been playing some games, watching some stuff. Last weekend, I went to a nearby city, hung out with a friend. Got a used copy of Halo 2 in practically mint condition with an unscratched code for Xbox Live for 2 months. So that's pretty cool. Got that for $8. Got
Wow.
a seminal Diane Ross album, actual vinyl. If you're a fan of certain vaporwave, you'll know what song I'm talking about. Got some cheap manga, ate some good fucking food, ate a shit ton of fucking good food. So while you were living in abject no power hurricane land, I was enjoying sushi. So
Yeah,
we both are all on both sides of the spectrum of life.
yeah,
That's what it is.
So you were eating sushi while I was taking refuge in a local McDonald's.
Yes.
Just so I could use their Wi-Fi, which actually, it is funny because after Ian got even after Hurricane Ian, moved on, resolved itself, or whatever hurricanes do, it was interesting because you would think that they would get they would get like the schools back up and running. You think they would get the library up and running, or even the local coffee shops for that matter. But what do we get first and foremost? We get the McDonald's back up and running. McDonald's and Starbucks.
Those are apparently the touchstones of American society.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Nothing more American than those two.
Well, I mean, if the last thing to close down is Waffle House and the first thing to open up should be McDonald's and Starbucks, to be fair.
Yeah, that actually is pretty fair. So, but anyway, so and then the I guess not really even the hysteria, but just the coverage of the hurricane is amusing because in what you have certain news outlets that make it like CNN and even the Weather Channel that make it look like the whole Florida is underwater and that it's an apocalyptic wasteland here.
I
Now,
don't
to
think
be
there's enough
fair,
footage to make it seem like that.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's Miami on any given weekend, just because of all the ethnic tensions and whatnot. But
Of course.
the so to be real, like yes, the hurricane was serious, and there is some serious damage in like surprisingly, like Orlando got hit pretty hard. That so did Punta Gorda. I think let's see. Yeah, there were a couple areas that were hit really hard. So I mean the hurricane definitely did damage. I'm not denying that. My area of Sarasota, where I'm at, um, it got damaged in pockets. That's the best way to put it. There are certain areas where you would think it would have gotten flooded. Like my neighborhood should have been flooded severely. We were kind of expecting that our house would get flooded at the very least, but no. My neighborhood got untouched. Think well, I shouldn't say it got untouched, but there was no damage, and it was just the streets were full of, I guess, mud and whatnot. But
Wait, hold on. Your outhouse, Sam. Are you telling me you don't have a toilet room in your home that you go out to the back, roll out to the back with a wheelchair and use the outhouse?
no, I'm saying that our house, not the
Oh,
outhouse.
our house. I heard outhouse. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I was like, Sam, what kind of squalor are you living in? I lived in a cave and it wasn't that bad.
No, no, no. Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not that much of a Florida man. I'm not that much of a Florida man. I have an outhouse. Um, I did have to use one once in Colorado, and that was fun. But that's
Oh, I'm
another
sure that
story
was a
for
fucking. I'm sure that was a fucking hoot.
yeah. I mean that's another story for another time. But
Of course.
long story short, surprisingly we weren't you know we weren't damaged too bad. I think like a couple people's lawns in my neighborhood got flooded, but that was it. And it was kind of surprising me because Sarasota was like predicted to be right in the eye of the storm. So, we were kind of like we were kind of all thinking, well, say goodbye to the house because it might not be here when we get back. But luckily, uh, the gods smiled on us and we were basically, everything remained untouched. So
You were spared,
somebody
even though you have chosen to defy God and live in an area where natural disasters can remove everything that you've ever worked for and owned.
Well, yeah, yeah, there's that. But then, I mean, I would say the same thing about, our buddy Mr. Vickers. He lives in California, where the entire state could, drop uh, off the cliff because of the fault lines and whatnot.
We're not
Um,
that lucky. He knows not to be afraid. He knows that there was any fucking God in this world, it would have already dropped Cali. He knows it ain't going nowhere. It may light on fire from here to there. It may have a fucking drought here or there, but it's never gonna fall off.
oh no, no.
The day California falls off the map is the day America can finally start to heal.
Yeah, well, it was just like Josh said with Medicare. Some good Californians are gonna have to die, but it'll be worth it in the end. So
You're born in California. You ain't got to stay in California, and you could love California even after you leave. I say this as a Californian boy myself. I will always love San Diego, California, but that whole state needs to just get no. I know I have plenty of memories. I have high school memories. I have school memories. I have good friends, relationship memories, all this shit. It's okay. We can send it off. Let's move some military bases and just let it happen.
That's how I'm starting to feel about like I'm starting to feel like California like rubbed off on Colorado, and now Colorado is like slowly but
No,
surely
that's all the
becoming.
Californians that are moving to Colorado. All the
Well,
Californians that have
well,
been moving to Texas and New
well, yeah,
Mexico.
yeah. That's
It,
exactly what's happening. Is
it's not a rub off. It's an infectious parasite coming out of the corpse that was once the Golden State.
yes, and now
God,
then,
fucking, they can't even own guns properly. It's fucking bullshit. They gotta pay fucking emissions taxes. It's fucking bullshit.
yeah, it's all yeah. I mean, the thing with Colorado is, I mean, the reason why Californians are so attracted to Colorado is because free weed, man. Which, by the way, like I'm all for weed legalization, but uh, it's really expensive in Colorado.
Oh
It's
no,
like
that's the thing. It wasn't the weed. Well, it was some of the weed people initially, but that was from everywhere. Everybody moved there because of the weed. The Californians are moving there the same reason the New Yorkers are moving there, and the same reason both of those motherfuckers are moving into Texas and other such states is because the real estate's fucking low. Because it
yeah,
costs $500,000 for a 2-bedroom house in California or New York.
yeah. Jeez, that's sad.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, it's and like I said, things are starting to you know, the infestation has happened in Colorado as well. Like my childhood home that I grew up in, or I should say that I spent like my middle school and high school years in, uh, it's like, it's an average like 3, 4 bedroom home. And I
Mhm.
mean, it's nice, but it's not like it's not like it's not like a super like, luxury home. But it's like it's like 500, grand now. It's almost like half a million.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what what a solid middle class house is costing in Denver now. So that's terrific.
It's
But
there is no fucking middle class anymore. It's poverty and not, and that's it.
yeah, no, that's very true. Uh so I don't even know how we got into this topic, but I guess
You
I
not
survived
dying and
hurricane.
flooding. Yeah, that's how.
Yeah. Um, what did I miss while I was gone? Because apparently, in terms of like news, e-drama stuff, if there's anything that you're aware of,
I think
uh,
Putin said something about wanting to crush the vile, infectious, cancerous trannies of America or something. I want to say
yeah, yeah, which I don't know how I feel about that because I'm not a fan of Putin per se, but
he's speaking some
he's not
sense. There's no
he's
wrong.
he's not wrong.
I
Yeah,
mean, he's wrong sometimes, but I don't know. This seems like a fairly moderate, rational take for a man who not that long ago said we're gonna take back Ukraine because it's ours. That one, not so much.
well,
This one though, this is I was starting to say maybe he's starting to go insane, and that's why he's doing. I don't know. Is he starting to go insane? This sounds kind of right, like he's on the right track.
well,
Uh,
well, listen. Well, listen. Could could we if we could prevent World War III by just simply letting Putin like you know uh let's just say sunset the trannies in Minecraft, Would that prevent World War III? Maybe.
You know what? If that's what it takes, if we have to endure World War III to do that, okay, fuck it, let's do it. All right, we can handle one more World War. It's been long enough. But if that's the end result, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Well, no,
I'm over here saying nah. Fast forward, play.
what I'm saying, I'm taking a step further. What if Putin were to say, listen, just give me all the trannies and World War III won't happen versus World War III? Like the whole world at war, or just like 0.1% of the population, like which one?
No, it's everyone's too far up their fucking own ass to ever be smart enough to say, let's go ahead and send off those who probably should be in some sort of institution off to Russia. We'll never get that level of, all right, guys, let's take one for the team. I think now everything is so ingrained and infested and wiggle wormed in the ears, in the eyes of perhaps maybe good business. I mean, God damn it. Fucking Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian fucking did a presentation at the UN. I don't know if that's super hard to fucking do, but these motherfuckers have all kinds of fucking worms in ears. God, isn't the secretary of something in the US?
Yeah, the secretary of the secretary of education.
Oh yeah, it's a man in a wig, with lipstick on.
Yeah,
and he's ugly as sin, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we'll never ever be smart enough to say, yeah, sure, to that. I think we're going to have to endure World War III in order to achieve some progress.
Yeah, it's such a I mean, and to be fair, like in all seriousness, I don't have it's not trannies in and of themselves that I have a problem with, or really I don't think anyone has a problem with. It's them constantly, wanting to put the spotlight on themselves in society.
Now let me say this. I don't live in California, New York, or Washington. Washington State. I have never experienced or seen a confirmed one, I think, in my life. And if they have, I wasn't entirely sure. So they're trying. The only ones I've ever had a problem with were all the ones online. And I every day I'm starting to wonder, how many of these are actually real?
Right. Yeah.
Because the whole point is, like, if you're trying to be something else, you want to just be that. You don't want to call the attention that you are somebody who was formerly something else. You want to live your life as that. If I'm trying to live my life as, a cyberpunk hacker, I'm going to throw on some mirror shades and a leather jacket and let bygones be bygones. I'm not going to go around telling people, burn corpo shit and blaze way down the rebel path, because you'll already know that, and I'm just going to do my thing. And you know what? If you don't make a bother, if you ain't doing a thing, that's fine. But it gets to this fucking point where if you have to have a flag for your gender, you're taking shit a little too fucking serious.
Yeah.
If you have a flag for anything that's not your nationality, a flag for anything that's not some sort of an organization, officially a state, city, anything of that, any sort of municipality, any form of government, law, or order, you don't need a flag. You just don't need a flag.
Right. No, it's I mean, the other thing is like when there was the whole meme in like 2016 of, well, we're going to have a straight pride parade, and people were like, that's ridiculous and over the top. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of
that's when it starts getting over the top. Yeah.
Well, but also like that was kind of the point though too.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like
It's the on the nose nature. Yeah, of course it's over the top. The whole thing's over the top, either which way you tilt it.
yeah. So yeah. Um
So yeah, no,
I,
those we can go ahead and ship off. But I don't
and
think we ever will. Not with
well
the
and
Secretary of Education being what it is.
well and also like half those people I don't even think are real people, to be honest. Like you were saying, like that like I had this rando on Twitter. I mean, you saw it. There
Mm.
was this rando on Twitter who just like randomly tweeted something that like I looked like a 17-year-old who like aged up to 50, but like it was a really incoherent insult, and he wasn't like replying to like anything that I had like, tweeted or said or anything like that. It was just this random person that just like added me,
I went
and
to go look at his
you know,
profile, and it looks like he just starts shit randomly with people. I guess that's how he gets his jollies. But
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know if it's a real person or if it's just a bot that like, or if it's one of those bots that like Elon's been talking out that just like, um, I mean, it seems like this guy, like tweets out like every SJW lefty like catchphrase talking point almost, to the point where like it's almost robotic, and he won't reply to anyone. So that's what makes me think that maybe this person is a bot, although somehow he's also followed by Barack Obama's official Twitter account. So
well,
I don't know what that's about.
I mean, it's probably safe to
And he,
assume 65 to 70% of all Twitter users are not real users. It's probably very safe to assume that.
mhm.
If
And
follow counts and engagement are anything to go on, you can probably safely assume most of the bullshit, most of the stupid ass fucking opinions, most of the retarded takes you ever will hear on Twitter, uh, at least to some extent, are not coming from humans. We're not that far gone yet.
yeah. Well, um, hold on. I want to address something in chat. I mean, Larry Rapshaw, you're like, when I'm talking about trannies, I'm not talking about you. Okay, you're normal. You're not bothering anyone.
If
Really,
you never bring it
you're
up in topic or conversation or have flags, or if you're just a person, you're just trans, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, we're heading
yeah,
towards the future. You can be whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. You can be a goddamn dog if you want. Just, let me enjoy my Subway sandwich, please. I just want to
yeah.
eat my lunch. That's it.
And also, Steely, yes, we are stirring the pot, and I'm glad you are here, Mr. Heine boy. Um,
I like stirring the
so
pot. That's how you make soup and gumbo.
yeah, you have to. So
Otherwise,
um,
shit sticks to the bottom and gets gunky. That's no good for nobody.
yeah. Well, speaking of when I was in Georgia, because that's where we evacuated to, I actually we stopped by like a southern restaurant, and I had like a really good bowl of gumbo. So
I have not had
I
a good.
guess.
I've not had a good fucking bowl in a while. You are lucky, even though you had to go to Georgia.
Well, there are good there are good like southern food places here, but I think one of the restaurants that like I usually get Uber Eats from, I think they might have actually gotten flooded. So, uh, yeah, but Yeah, like I said, it's really weird how this hurricane like hit some places more severe than others, and it was kind of like to be honest, for a hurricane that was named Ian, it kind of acted like a woman hurricane because it attacked certain places, but not all of them.
So in terms of Ian's, you'd probably say it's close to an iDubbbz kind of hurricane then.
Sure, yeah, it's
Picking
yeah,
certain
yeah,
fights, but avoiding the Sam Hyde town, because the Sam Hyde town would cause some problems.
yeah, it avoided Sarasota because it knew that we weren't gonna put up with that shit. But it decided to dunk on. Here's the funny thing: Orlando didn't think they were gonna get hit, and they got dunked on, right?
Right.
And I mean, I feel bad, but like that's the other thing is I am all for people, fighting storms with the American flag. I'm all for Florida men doing that. However, what I am not for is people doing that and filming it and then crying in the aftermath that Governor DeSantis isn't doing enough to help us. And I know they said we should have evacuated beforehand, but I decided not to do that. But now I'm going to complain that I'm stranded here because I decided not to evacuate when I had the chance. And look, for the elderly, and for the disabled, I understand that. But if you're able to flee and you decide not to, then don't complain when you're stranded for a week after the hurricane. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. So, and yeah, don't blame the government for that. So,
Y'all just
but
should have had Nathan Explosion from Death Clock as your governor, as was shown in the classic Adult Swim series Metalocalypse. Because then y'all just would have fired enough guns at it and it would have gone away. It would have been perfect.
yeah,
Or tried to. And then that way, if they complained, they would have just, gotten killed or something by, Death Clock's personal guards.
Or
But,
if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to jump around too much, but I did before the hurricane hit. I remember the last week I was here. We were talking about Metal Gear Solid 4, and I had not played Metal Gear Solid, but after last week's stream, I actually bought Metal Gear Solid, the one with Kiefer Sutherland,
okay.
and that game. I've played the Metal Gear series before. I don't remember it being that. I don't remember the series being that trippy. It like goes from like military intelligence first person shooter to shooter to like supernatural like shit very quickly.
3 had some of it because it was a fantasy-esque James Bond film. 4 had some of it, but they explained it through nanomachines, son. And then 5 explains it as parasites, though. It's all parasites, bro. It's not supernatural. It's just parasites. Okay. Maybe one dude's actually kind of a psychic, but the rest of it is just parasites. That's Metal Gear got weird. Basically, around Peace Walker, the 1970s really had a split timeline because in the 1970s, a private military in the Caribbean not only invented Mountain Dew, they invented wireless earbuds through the form of Sony Walkman. They invented their own name brand curry. They invented their own version of Doritos chips. And in the 1970s, this private military in the Caribbean created Axe body spray. Yeah, Peace Walker was weird. And it really did split where that series went. I love it. I love that
Yeah,
whole
I
fucking
mean,
franchise.
yeah, I mean, I love I love Medical Fembot and I love the Lieutenant Guts, but yeah, you Metal Gear Solid fans, uh, your series is trippy.
It's like Fallout but less obvious.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can
So
say it. Is around 1960, some shit happens in Russia, and nothing is the same in terms of timelines.
yeah. I bring that up in relation to the hurricane because it seems like at one point there is a mission. I could be mistaken, but it seems like at one point you're literally like shooting at a beam who can literally like create hurricanes or some shit like that. But I could be confusing games.
You
So
might be confusing games, maybe kind of, but kind of. It could happen,
uh,
depending on the game, depending on the writer. I'll say that. But also, back on the topic of what you missed, North Korea fired some fucking missiles over Japan, so that's cool. That's not alarming.
I did see that. Yeah, that's super
This
that's
is
super
cool. That's
encouraging.
dope.
I
Yeah.
I I did see that Biden was like, well, maybe man, nuclear war isn't off the table completely with Russia, and it's like, oh, great, we have this senior citizen with his hand on the button now. That's super, encouraging.
It's
So
not great. It's not great. And this is all as gas is going to rise again because they recently announced that they're stopping production of oil by I think like 1 million barrels a day for a while. So expect that gas price to go up real soon if you haven't bought your gas already. And if you notice it going up, keep it topped off because it's only going to get worse.
fortunately, I think I think DeSantis has decreased gas gas here in Florida, but I'm not sure how long that will last or how long it can last.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, Californians
yeah,
decided to combat inflation. They're going to give every Californian resident $1,000 because that's how you do that.
yeah,
Fucking what happened to my fucking state, dude?
yeah. Well, and how many of them are actual Californians, or how many of them are allegedly here, even?
I'm gonna get well. It's in through bank account, so you have to have some level of registration through county. So I'm hoping it's not that bad. But regardless, nah, that's how you combat inflation. Just give out more fucking money.
It Well, hey, that's always worked before. Not.
Never been a fucking problem at all. What else happened in the fucking news? That happened. I
I
can't think of much else.
so the day I got internet back, which was Thursday, uh, Ash and I know he's lurking in here. I haven't seen him in chat, but I know you're lurking, Asshole. Um, he and I watched Tucker Carlson's interview with Kanye, which I don't. Kanye is one of those people where I never knew what to make of him before he went MAGA, and I still don't know really what to make of him.
I'll say it here and now and just make it real fucking clear. I think Kanye West is fucking based. Some of his music in his later catalog you can take or give, but I think the man's an artistical genius. I think he's suffering from some sort of mental disorder, and he is also privy to a lot of the world's dark fucking secrets, and he can't say it outright. I think
I
I think he can be
yeah,
a fucking savior if people treated him properly.
I well, I mean, that's the thing. I definitely do think he's based. And I mean, a lot of the stuff he was saying, I was like nodding my head, and like saying, "Yep, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right about them." About the establishment like wanting to, silence black people, and keep them separated, even within their own class, which is even with like Kanye was talking how black people are separated even among class, which is true.
Absolutely.
Um,
Well, he said black people are still fucking slaves because they are in their mind. And yeah, they still have a fucking mentality because they can't let go of what had already happened and move forward. And not in a negative connotation. I understand how it happens, but he said that shit, and black people were about to go fucking clan on his ass, practically.
yeah.
Instead of
Um,
giving him a chance to and actually listening and considering, there may be some weight to his words if you think about yourself and your position within society and those around you philosophically and physiologically. But no, Kanye like Trump, so Kanye racist.
yeah, but then I also thought it was interesting how he did address, how he even felt kind of slighted by Trump there for a sec, because Trump kind of was, boasting at how, "Oh, the black population, loves me now because of you, Kanye." And that was kind of when he dipped out of MAGA there for a while,
Well, I mean,
which,
Kanye's show business, he should know how it is, but yeah, I can understand
yeah,
why I'd feel like that.
I mean, I think it's, and people think it's, oh, we'll get to this in a sec. But finishing on Kanye, I mean, people think it's weird that he bought the house next to Kim so he could be closer to his kids. And listen, as a kid whose parents got divorced, I mean, that would have been awesome if,
Oh yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that's incredibly thoughtful of the child.
my parents didn't live super far away from each other, but hell, it would have been nice if they, stayed in the same neighborhood,
Oh
let
yeah.
alone. So, that was super thoughtful of him to do that. So yeah, after Florida got rocked from Hurricane Ian, we then got rocked by Hurricane Giselle, or rather the news that I guess Giselle and Tom are breaking up or getting divorced or something. I don't
Ooh.
know. I I mean, listen, Tom Brady is a great quarterback. I don't
Oh,
really know.
oh, okay. I didn't know who you were talking about for a second.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You didn't hear about this?
No, I did not hear about this.
Okay. So apparently, I guess Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, who's like a supermodel or something, um, she filed for divorce because, like, I guess she's angry because Tom said that he was going to retire at the end of last NFL season. And then at the last minute, he decided not to. And he renewed his contract. And so he's playing again. And apparently, this has led to her filing for a divorce. Um, my thinking is there has to be a lot more, to her filing for divorce than just this. I don't like care about like, celebrity marriages and whatnot, but for some reason the entire internet is talking about it. So I guess I'll just say, I'm glad we still have Brady as a Buccaneers fan. So sorry, Giselle, but you know, your loss, Florida's gain, I guess.
I
So.
absolutely 100%. Like it's gonna be the fucking same thing. You're gonna pay me how much to keep playing? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing. But no, you should retire. I'm sorry. Look at this check and tell me I should retire. And then what's gonna happen again is you need to retire. Okay, how much are you gonna pay me to play? Well, about this much. Okay, but we'll pay you this much to coach. You're gonna pay me that much to coach. Yes. Okay, I'm not quitting. Like,
Well,
why would anybody who gets offered the kind of money that they would get offered in this position, why fucking walk away from that?
Well, the whole argument is, well, he's been playing for 20 years. He's the oldest quarterback in the league. He's 45 years old. He should just retire. But
Fuck
Tom
that.
has
Let the motherfucker die on the field. Give him a warrior's death if he wants.
well, yeah, and that is pretty much what Tom's like when Tom announced that because Tom at the end of the season, just to give you some background, he said he was going to retire, and then at the last minute he decided, no, I'm not going to retire. And when he was asked why, he gave the answer of, I'm not ready to retire because I still love playing the game. I'm still in good shape, and I don't know what I would do if I were.
That's the thing. He's got a very limited amount of wear and tear and time left in his body and on this earth to keep doing the thing that God has given him the ultimate talent to do.
Well,
I would not blame him.
The other thing is he is the oldest quarterback in the league, and he is in better shape than a lot of other football players, especially his age. But the other thing is, like if you're in good shape enough to do something that you enjoy doing and you can still do it, why not?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna run out. You're gonna be able to not do it regardless because time comes for all, right? So fuck it, may as well.
Oh, and it's like, oh, well, he has millions of dollars. He doesn't need to work. And it's like, yeah, you're
He's
right.
not working. He's playing football.
But then he would be bored as fuck. Like he doesn't seem like the type of guy who would be happy, just like staying home and sitting on the couch.
It's been his life. It's going to be his life. And the second he's not going to be able to play, it's going to hit him hard. I don't blame him one bit for wanting to squeeze out as much as he can. And the fucking you've made too much fucking money thing. It's like he's not doing this for work. He's not doing it because he has to have more money for this or that. He's doing this in the same reason he's making his choice. He's doing it because he likes to play fucking football. Yeah. And God bless him for it. He's that dude that's gonna keep buying Madden every year, no matter how bullshit EA makes it. Well, he just likes the game. Okay, I guess.
Well, it's funny that you say that because he actually did shit on Madden a little bit, which is funny. And listen, I don't blame him. He said something to the effect of, "I wish they would at least get my likeness right." To which I would say, I feel you, Tom, but to be fair, they haven't gotten anyone's likeness right in that game, except for maybe John Madden's, and even that's questionable.
I'd say before they work on that, they need to, make the fucking game good. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. I'm not a sports gamer.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like that's the other thing with Madden, and I mean we've talked this before. To me, it's hilarious that like every other game has, DLC, right? That comes out over the years, but Madden is the one game that gets like a complete release every single year, but it's the same game almost. So
updated roster. That's it. Tweaks. That's it.
Yep,
You don't even
and
get fun shit like cheat codes. Like where is my Madden 2022 cheat code to turn all the players on the field into a 3D version of John Madden? Like just fat John Madden in a suit. That's what I want. Where's big head mode? Where's the fun? And it's gone.
yeah.
Because those
Wh-
games aren't made for people that like to have fun. Those games are made for people who like football.
Yeah, well, hell, I wouldn't even say it's made for the people that like football anymore. Their mechanics for gameplay are terrible. Um,
Yeah, I played a friends a couple years ago, 4 years ago, and it was like you can play in simulation mode or arcade mode, and I'm like, okay, well, let me try simulation. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, we kind of rarely score. You got to really work for it. Arcade mode, I'm just free running across the field nonstop almost every fucking play, and I'm like, oh, this is not balanced at all.
right. Well, like I will say, the last time I played Madden and I enjoyed it was Madden 2013,
Yeah, that sounds
which
about right.
was way back on like the PS3, and there
Dude,
wasn't like
good.
any arcade mode or simulation mode. There was something like exhibition mode and then season mode.
Yeah.
And basically all you did was like, okay, here's the controls, here's how you make plays. You can customize like the time limits of, how many like of how long each quarter was. But other than that, like they didn't like have all these different modes and whatnot. Like it was a straightforward football simulator, which is
Yeah.
all I want. That's literally all I want. I don't need to play through like all these different like simulators and whatnot. It gets weird. It's not
Well, you
even
need if
authentic.
you're looking for one of two things. You're looking for the simulator or you're looking for fun. But even with the fun mode, it's not it's still in that simulation appeal. Like my favorite football game, the only football games I've really ever liked in my life were the NFL street games. They were arcadey football games, but they weren't so unbalanced. They had just enough little bit of realism that you had to use tactics, but you were running up off of walls and like spin tackling
Yeah,
dudes in midair. It was crazy. It was fucking
the
fantastic.
the sad thing about those games is those games though are more realistic as to how you play football than the current Madden games
Oh,
are.
that's fucking terrible. That's fucking terrible. Well, I'm not surprised because NFL Street and NFL Street 2 are fucking fantastic. But fuck.
I mean, ESPN used to have like a game franchise, and like
Yeah,
they
they did.
had like a they had a game they actually had like an NFL game that was like back in like 2002, and they were doing things like actual like halftime shows and halftime reports. You could like plan like a whole roster and like whole season. You could like actually like manage a team. They were doing all this shit back in 2002 that was like implemented really well. And that was like 20 years ago. Madden on like current slash next gen stuff can't figure out how
Well,
to
dude, you had
just
to think about it.
implement simple
It's
stuff
not that
like
they
that.
can't think of it; they don't need to. What other franchise is going to touch them? Back then, yeah, Madden was king, but you had all kinds of people, like you said, ESPN. Everybody was trying their own sports games and to get a piece of that fucking pie. Now it's just fucking Madden. Now it's just NBA 2K. And now it's MLB The Show and only on PlayStation.
Yeah, which
Actually, and I
is
think they don't even keep that series updated. I don't know if there are any current baseball games that come out.
there isn't
Oy.
there used to be there used to be like MLB Slugfest back in the PS2 era, but that was also on the Xbox and the GameCube back in the day as well.
I
Um,
think the only people keeping up the general sports genre is Mario. The only other
yeah,
soccer game I can think of out besides FIFA is Mario Strikers.
yeah, but I mean FIFA. I've never played it, but from what I'm told, like FIFA is at least pretty accurate though. From
Oh no,
what
I
like
hear it's microtransaction garbage. Same shit for NFL or for Madden. I mean,
oh
yeah.
ugh.
Basically, apparently, all modern, serious versions of sports games are just microtransaction fests.
Yeah, I heard the same. I heard the same thing with the new UFC game.
Yeah,
So, um,
it's a tough
I
time to be a
guess
sports fan
I guess
for
they.
video games.
I mean, it's a tough time to be a sports fan in general with them wanting to politicize everything in
It's a tough
sports.
time to be a video game fan for the
But
exact same reason.
yeah, you're not wrong. Speaking of that though, shall we get into gaming news?
I
And I
think it
saw
is
the
time to switch
Apex
on over.
and I saw the Apex sent me a DM or something, so I'll go and check
Let's go ahead and
that.
check that. We'll just go ahead. Valve just slipped and released a vid showing a Switch emulator on their Cleveland Steam Deck. Wait, do they have a Cleveland version of the Steam Deck? Oh, dude, I want that one. Like, it's just a Steam Deck, but on the back, printed across, it says, "At least we're not Detroit." That'd be a good fucking Steam Deck, dude. That'd be a good fucking Steam Deck. That doesn't surprise me. Good.
I might actually buy that then.
I would buy either the Cleveland Steam Deck or the Cleveland Brown Steam Deck. Either of those sound fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me that they might have released a vid show. I'm sure it's not an official capacity like demonstration. It's probably meant to be something for investors, but it doesn't surprise me. If I remember right, the Switch emulator is actually very well optimized and can run on a good medium of stuff, considering that the whatchamacallit, the specs of the Switch are fairly low. I mean, if you're going to have a Switch-like device, it should probably run Switch-like games, even through emulator. Although, granted, I haven't checked Switch emulation for a good hot minute, but that is beside the point. It's an Upper Decker product. Oh my god. That's what I say whenever I have to go to the bathroom. I tell them I got to go take the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl. And it always gets a good little laugh.
We have I'm not sure how many of them tune into the live stream. I know we have some podcast listeners from Ohio who will be like, I used to like Akaba, but now he sucks because he's shit on my
I'm taking you to the Super Bowl. We're
Browns.
going together. That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I have no hatred for the Cleveland Browns whatsoever. None.
And
I have never even been to Ohio. No harsh feelings.
Well, and also to the Ohio podcast listeners, you know, you might be upset at Akaba for dunking on the Browns, but just like watching the Cleveland Browns, you'll be back to listen next week, and you know you will. You know you can't stay mad at Akaba forever, just like you can't stay mad at the Browns no matter how many times they let you down. So, you know,
And I can't always get it there, but
at least Akaba is dependable, unlike the Browns. So
see, those are not my words. So let's just send all hate to Sam's way here over at Sam W _NGC when we're going to be throwing the Cleveland hate going around here.
Yeah. Although I will say, just to counterbalance, props to the Browns for keeping their name, unlike the Washington football team.
Upsets me so fucking much. That hurts, that changes my childhood, that changes my upbringing, that changes the world I grew up in. You're not allowed to change my fucking past because the new name and the new logo look fucking stupid and sound fucking stupid.
Even 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 the supposed Native Americans that they that they made the name change in order not to offend were actually more offended that they changed it. So yeah, way to
Everybody.
offend it, right? Yeah, way to offend everybody. Way to piss off the group that you were trying to placate to even more in reality. But they don't want to talk about that.
You can't
Anyway, though,
not offend everyone, otherwise you'll just end up offending everyone.
yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
by all means, keep the cripple jokes rolling, people.
Because the only other thing that'll be rolling is his wheelchair.
Yep.
By the
So,
way, what did Apex say?
he was replying. He was replying to Sam Rando's tweet, which I don't know what he's doing. Get in here, faggot! If you're
Apex, get on the fucking show, dude. What the fuck? You've been here. You've been here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I see. No, I see him right there. Got to respond to that fucking check mark. We got a fucking show going on, but got to respond to that Twitter check mark. God fucking damn it,
yeah,
Apex.
he's got to respond to the Twitter check mark of I guess high school football players throwing something that I hope is silly string or something like that. I hope that's what it is, and not Nick Fuentes' favorite substance.
Twitter was a fucking mistake. Microblogging was a fucking mistake. But speaking of mistakes, let's go ahead and roll this into video game news, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Twitch decided that it's gonna just be evil. Have you heard about this, Sam?
Well, when you say Twitch has decided they're going to be evil, elaborate more because they've done this before, if I'm not mistaken.
Twitch has
So,
announced that they will be reducing top streamers' revenue share of 70-30 to 50-50. And they signal that the platform is basically no longer creator first. And they basically say they need this extra 20% of the only the top Twitch streamers' revenues. They need this because they're Twitch, and they just do. So shut up. Basically,
so,
there's a reason.
so,
But I use big quotations around the word reason.
so what you're saying is Twitch is like, nah, fuck trying to be different than YouTube. We're just gonna become YouTube, basically. And fuck people over. Yeah.
Practically. This will hit the top earners the most. But it's corporate greed in the highest order, because think about who owns Twitch and then tell me that they need money. I dare you. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, well, listen. Jeff Bezos is probably angry that Amaranth rejected him and didn't want to go on his yacht or something. So he's like, fuck that Twitch thought. I'm gonna take half of her revenue now. It's gonna be 50-50. So
we really need to just start re-implementing the very valid French tactic of standing outside of a large building of the upper class and having some drinks, playing some music, maybe eat some cheese, some wine, having some good times, and fucking erecting goddamn guillotines. It's about that time that we start going outside of these yachts and just putting up guillotines while we wave some French flags, eating cheese and wine, and just staring, letting them know that we're there. They can see that guillotine. The blades rise nice and high. We had fucking Johnny over here fucking polished up nice and shiny, and we angle it just right so that flash of lights beaming into the yacht. We need to bring that back because this is getting fucking ridiculous.
I agree, but
Speaking of ridiculous, Apex, hello, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
Oh, good Lord, the Queen's dead. No.
Oh no, that wasn't English.
Okay.
That was just sorry.
That sounded a little red coat. Shit.
I'm a little more redneck. Hello, everybody.
Oh, okay. You went hello.
Hello.
Go,
yeah.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
What's going on?
Sammy, you made it, buddy. Did you learn to swim or what?
I survived.
He can't even doggy paddle. Shut the fuck up.
Somehow the wheelchair made it all the way to Georgia. Or as Alan Powell wrote on my Facebook post when I wrote about it, he said Georgia's a long way to crawl without power to your wheelchair.
That's a good point. So no, I mean, obviously you guys were prepared, huh? Do you know somebody in Georgia, or what'd you do?
Well, my mom got a second home up there, like.
Oh, hell yeah!
So, yeah, we went up there to a little cabin, and we didn't have internet, but we did have power, and I did take Akiv's advice, and I brought the PlayStation mainly because I didn't want it getting flooded, and just in case something happened. And I did play Elden Ring while I was up there, and it was pretty good. So yeah,
awesome.
So,
well, I'm glad you're safe. Any damage to your surrounding area?
No, there was really no. The only thing, miraculously, there wasn't really any damage to my neighborhood. There was some like flooding of some of the strip malls and whatnot, but largely it was kind of. I would say Sarasota got like sporadically flooded, but nothing like major, nothing compared to like Fort Myers.
Yeah.
Or
some of them places got it pretty good.
Yeah, I guess Orlando got hammered, even though they weren't expecting it. So yeah, I mean, it's a real mismatch of everything, but yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, not everyone was so lucky, but I'm glad you're good.
I'm good. The only thing of it was we were without power for a couple of days. I'm glad that it was only I'm glad that it was only 7 this time, because it was 11 the last time Irma happened.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's kind of amazing in the modern day that Category 4 or 5 hurricane can come through and you can get power back in a week.
My grandmother got her power back within like 2 days.
Yeah, so, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. But
those guys better be getting paid a fortune.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
Good.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a lineman. I think he might.
Yeah, me too.
I think he might actually be watching, even if he's not like a commenter. But yeah, they make good money,
good,
which they
do God's work.
So,
and yeah, they deserve to. I love I've always had there's been weird little dream jobs. You know how when you're a kid, you're like, well, I want to be a fireman or a spaceman or whatever. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I really wanted to do when I was like a teenager was be one of the dudes that work the high the power lines, the high power lines, either
Right.
on their carts or via the helicopter and shit. I don't know. That's just for something about that always seemed really appealing to me. Walking on those high powered lines, changing out spacers and shit like that seems fucking weirdly exciting to me, but dangerous.
Interesting.
And that's why they make so much money.
Yeah. So, thanks to all the linemen who came out from all around the country.
Yeah,
So,
shouts out. Shouts out to those
um,
guys. So what how do you guys feel about the Russia's oil pipeline and then bridge in Crimea getting blown up? That bridge thing's
wait.
fucked up.
Wait, hold on. The pipeline, is that why they're cutting back production of oil?
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck.
I've-
That's going to make it even worse.
I have
Shit.
I have no idea actually, because
I saw about the
So what-
bridge. That was fucked.
the bridge videos that I've seen, that is wild. And the other thing I've seen is the absolute celebration by an alarming number of people, like, stoked about haha, Putin, Crimea River, Crimea River, but we're
People
gonna
are
shit
so
post,
short-sighted it hurts.
dude. We're gonna shit post our way into fucking Armageddon. And
I mean, we
I don't
shit posted Trump into office. I wouldn't
That's
doubt it.
true. That's very true. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild. I'm curious to see how all this plays out.
Yeah. Now I heard about the pipeline, but I did not hear about the bridge because I
Oh,
was
really?
without. Yeah,
That just happened.
I mean,
That just happened this morning or late
Yeah.
last night.
oh yeah, that yeah.
Yeah,
That.
some fucking terror. I don't even understand exactly what happened, but they blew up the bridge. I mean, you can see footage of it. I don't know if it was like a car bomb or if or what, but it was a big motherfucking explosion.
I did see something like on Thursday when I got my power back, when Biden said, well, nuclear war might not be completely off the table or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. And I was just like, oh great, I get my power back, I get reconnected to the world, and this is the first thing
Black pill, motherfucker.
I see.
Swallow it, Sammy.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, go ahead and go buy or rent or borrow Fallout. Go get some practice in.
Yeah.
You might be needing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but, that bless you.
Bless you.
We also just ordered like $270 million worth of fucking. Did that one hurt your brain there, Sammy? Okay. Oh, it's got another
Bless
one coming. Bless you,
Bless
buddy.
They always come in twos for me, so just
Nice.
like the Sith.
I usually get them in threes or more. It's pretty wild. But damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, there
Bless
goes
you,
the third.
Sam.
There goes the
Yep.
third one. See, I said they come in threes, and you get a third one. Jinx his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you forgot your point. At what cost?
Yeah, right. I'm sure it was a good one.
Bombs, fallout, nuclear apocalypse, Biden.
Oh yeah. We
Bless
just
you. We got the fourth.
yeah, we just ordered $270 million worth of radiation sickness drugs or something. The United States.
Good.
did
We're
that.
gonna need some right away to find in supermarkets soon. When
Collect the
we're
bottle-
fighting off the
Keep your bottle caps, folks.
yeah. Get a taste, an affinity taste for mole rat. Those and dog while you're at it. We need to learn them Chinese tactics.
Speaking of dogs, I don't know what you got planned for this episode or what any topics or anything, but I guess another couple of kids got mauled by a pit bull or something recently. It's making. I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and I just saw something from Michael Knowles specifically that like just made me realize just how everybody's the fucking same on both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
Michael Knowles says, I know some people like them, but we should obviously kill all the pit bulls. And that, I guess that could be being facetious, could be kind of a shit post, but I mean, I'm only picking him out specifically because he's the most recent one that I've seen. But it's like, you know, I know people like assault rifles, but we obviously need to ban them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
No, I think
don't know.
everyone should get one mandated by the government at the age of
a
13,
pit,
as
a
well as
pit bull
lessons.
and an assault rifle.
No, the
mandated by
assault
the government.
rifle you practice on the pit
Practice
bull.
on the pit bull.
Two birds, one stone. Easy. I solved
Yeah.
Well,
it.
hey, look,
Easy.
it's a complex ordeal. See, because you could grow up, you could have
Grow up with the
a
pit
good,
bull,
you could
and
have
if
a
you
partner,
survive, you're
If
strong
he's-
enough to use the gun, and then you use it to finish the fight.
and then you take the power of the pit bull, and you know, it's like he's like your your kindred
Spirit
spirit.
animal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your spirit
yeah,
animal. So you send him out into battle for you to fly with the bullets.
Why aren't we in
or he tries to
government?
eat.
Fuck.
I know, man. I'm I'm running for office in Florida.
You'll probably get in. Shit.
My next door neighbor has a pit bull, and I will say that dog is huge, but that dog is also a big baby.
I love
Uh,
Bug. I know
I'll
so
say-
many pit bulls, dude.
Yeah, I love all dogs. Don't get me wrong. I love all dogs, even the ones that are still kind of wolfy and genetically like humans good. I understand. It's
Yeah,
not their fault. The genetics are not their fault. I'm not going to blame them for that.
Right,
You
right.
know? But I'm still not going to let a child near one because I know instinctively that motherfucker isn't strong enough to go, I'm a dog and I know genetically I really want to eat that fucking baby, but I have to be above that because I'm a dog. I'm going to resist my inner animal urges. No, he goes, yum. And that's it.
Yeah,
And it's not his fault.
I mean,
That's not his fault.
you could say that about any larger breed of dog, though. I mean,
You can say that
almost.
about big cat. You can train big cats like lions and shit to be cuddly fuckers and tigers
Yeah.
to be, cuddly assholes. But there's still that one thing, just like with the magicians with the tiger. One day that tiger is gonna, maybe be hungry, maybe get a wrong signal. He
Yeah.
has to be taught to fight against that inner
Maybe,
thing
yeah.
that's been generation. God knows how many generations built
millennia,
into him instinctually.
like literally millennia. You know,
In the DNA to automatically respond like that. Look at our fucking monkey brains and how dumb they are. That's why teenagers are eating fucking Tide Pods, because our monkeys go, fruit.
Well, the other thing about kids with pit bulls
I
is
like Johnny's. I like Johnny's idea.
Johnny Arcade commented with, "Can we just build stadiums and make children and pit bulls fight like tiny gladiators?" Yes, that'd be
Yeah.
better
Give the
to
children
watch
a
than football.
Give the children assault rifles. They don't know how to
Yes,
use them. They have to
perfect.
figure them out on the fly.
No, just take them all
love
and
this
put
idea.
them on an island.
well,
Yeah.
well, and also the thing with pit bulls attacking kids, right? I hear that argument a lot, and here's my thing: is like, okay, that might be true, but also like if you're around a kid, particularly a toddler, toddlers around dogs, like if you ever watch a toddler and a toddler is always going to do stuff like pull the dog's tail.
Yep.
Most of them,
yeah.
yes. Most of them,
Yeah.
yes, because they
Or
don't
Whack
know.
him in
get
the face. Whack him in the face a bunch of times. Pull the
Yeah,
exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily the kids. It's not necessarily like the kid is trying to hurt the animal or something, right? Kids are just curious, but the dog doesn't know. Doesn't
It's
know
the
that.
same.
It,
It's
it
the flip
results in the
side.
dog. Yeah,
It's the flip
And
side of
so-
what Akiba was just saying. Where
Yeah.
it's genetics. The kid doesn't know it's doing any wrong. The dog doesn't know it's doing any wrong. There is a mediation point somewhere between there called parents that are most often not I don't want to say responsible.
no, responsible, because if we were still monkeys, the fucking mama monkey would be responsible for letting the fucking baby walk up to a goddamn wolf thing and fucking
True.
bap on it. She
Yeah,
would be
true.
smart enough to go, I shouldn't let my child near this dangerous thing, which we normally hunt.
Yeah.
Or
Or
Yeah.
avoid
Well, no,
altogether.
wait, yeah, avoid. I'm sorry, monkeys don't hunt. Yeah, avoid.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, or or just be like, no, we don't touch the dog there. You can pat it on the head, but yeah, no, don't.
Or
Yeah.
they could just be responsible and give the child a Snoopy plush and let it be that.
Or give him an assault rifle. You know.
Or an assault rifle. I'm sure there's less chances for a child to get seriously hurt or killed handling an assault rifle as a toddler than opposed to if you left the toddler and a pit bull in the same room.
You know,
Well, and again, I don't even know that that's the thing is I don't know that it's just obviously we all know how pit bulls came to be. We all
Statistically.
know what they were
Statistically.
bred for, right? But I mean,
89% of pit bulls do 80, 95% of pit bulls do 80% of child eating.
yeah, there's the 13% of the dog population is pit bulls, yet somehow they commit 85% of the dog
child
crime.
eating. Yeah. Of the child eating, not even
That's
the dog
right.
crime, just the child
The
eating.
child eating, yeah. But no, I mean, like German Shepherds are one of the most volatile breeds that exist now, and I mean, they were also bred to be vicious killing machines. You know what I mean?
Specifically in recent times, their genetics already helped for that, but they were as a species recently conditioned very heavily.
Yeah, within the last 100 years, they've been like the entire genetic line has been, comes from the same place. Army dogs, the German fucking war machine. And they're great dogs, but they can snap just as fucking quicker, or just as quick or quicker than any other animal I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Johnny,
the thing. They're all wild animals. We just like to forget that. Because some are stupid and dumpy looking like pugs.
Well, I was probably 12 or 13 years old, and I had this little mutt, like wienerish type dog, like elongated, short legs, not super tiny.
Dumpy.
Yeah, but not a big dog. I called him Limo, and I found him. He was just a stray dog. Found him as a kid, brought him home, and he became our dog. He was my fucking buddy. I was, laying with him on the couch one day, and I was petting him, and he was sitting, it was whatever. He was like in front of me. He was in front of me. I was petting his head, and I looked up and I blew at him. Or like I took a deep breath and I blew, and he like looked at me funny. So I was like, right into his fucking, just in his, not super hard and not obnoxious, just one intentional blow right in his face, and he locked my top. I still have a scar on my top lip. He bit the fuck out of me. I had that dog for 7 years before that, and he's a little fucking cuddly wiener dog, and I was a kid, not
He's just got something hardwired fucking in him.
Everybody does. Every living thing has, a code, and we all, like you say, the dog has to fight against that instinct to not eat that child. Well, we fight against, we're the most civilized species on the planet, quote unquote, because we've mastered the urge of denying impulses. I want to punch this dude in the fucking face. I would like to run this person over with my car. That bitch is hot. I want to hit her in the head and take her somewhere. No, I'm saying she looks like a good breeder.
I mean, that's as far as our monkey brain got to go, because all our monkey brain, at the end of the day, in our core DNA, primary objective is let's continue this motherfucking species.
Procreate. Yeah. That's right. Procreate, eat.
And that's why I'm sorry, but all this tranny shit won't last.
No, it's some Walmart Republic shit.
Walmart Republic.
No, it literally is a Walmart Republic.
You're not fucking wrong.
No, I mean, this shit, all this shit that's happening is so, like, again, the Weimar Republic was not that long ago. Just like we were talking about German shit, all this shit is recent history, and we're just whipping it right the fuck back around, and nobody cares. Because Nazis were bad, so that area of history, that's all that matters. You figure you get that bullet point, you've learned everything you need to know as far as the modern liberal,
mind is concerned.
Yeah, quote unquote educated mind is concerned, right? So, I mean, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Isn't somebody smarter than me once said that, or maybe drunker than me? I don't know.
Speaking of Nazis, they put Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the Xbox Game Pass, and boy, that's a good Wolfenstein game that people didn't play. I played it as a kid. Very good. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Yes. It came out like 2002.
Oh, I don't think I ever played that, man.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. That's my talk about Nazis. Nazis are
Is it first person?
yeah, of
Like the
course.
old? Really? Interesting.
Yeah, Blazkowicz. It's a kind of alternate timeline that runs up to the 360 game that's just called Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Before they rebooted it by Machine Games.
Ah, I see. Speaking of which, have you covered your gaming news?
We were starting on the first article and then you stumbled in.
Oh well, shit. Continue.
Oh
I actually have to step away.
You have to.
I do. Yeah, I got some shit going on here, so that's why I was late.
That's
But
why you want me to
I'll be right back.
continue.
I'll be right back.
Well, anything left to say on that last topic, Sam?
No,
All the Nazis.
well, here's what I will say about Nazis. Actual Nazis haven't gone for so long that like we've had to make up Nazis now.
We have redefined what it means. It's no longer being a part of the National Socialist Party in Germany in the 1940s. This has nothing to do about the collapse and reform of Germany whatsoever. Now it's just these people say bad thing.
Well, it's not even that. Apparently the new Nazis are actually like they're gay cum hunters who like to pump butts and whatever. So and play
Has
with
Nicholas
Legos.
J. Fuentes been saying he's a Nazi lately?
I mean, not lately, but those are kind of his origins. If you go back to when he and James Alsop started America First, because James Alsop is unironically like a Richard Spencer.
I'm going to say the only person that's allowed to have the authority to say whether someone is a Nazi is a German. And I think that's how I'm going to base things. Unless Germany says something's a Nazi, I'm going to just give it no weight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good policy.
Because, if you want to LARP, that's okay. People like LARPing as a lot of things. They like LARPing as, furries and video game characters and babies wearing diapers and sometimes Nazis. And that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to play pretend. We all played cops and robbers. Are those kids pretending to be fucking criminals? Should they be blown out on Twitter and exposed and have their jobs called? No, they're children. Let them be some criminals. And I say the same thing about Nazis,
Well, and then you have people like and then you have people like Lemmy who, may he rest in peace, that they're not even really into the whole Nazi thing. They just thought the uniforms were cool.
That is the best thing you could do. Let's just all take the fucking Nazi iconography and just take it and just use it everywhere.
Reappropriate it.
Reappropriate it, normalize it, make it into nothing other than style.
Right.
People wear camouflage all the time. Are people needing to camouflage in forest-like environments in New York City? No, they just like how it looks.
Right.
They already do it with military fashion in the fashion world now. They make faux like military dress shirts and coats. Fuck it, let's do it with the Nazis. Let's take back armbands.
Yep.
Japanese were the only ones brave enough to do the armband thing because they know that shit rocks.
I just saw a Japanese Nazi-themed wedding. Or pictures.
That's fucking great. I love how much they love Nazis.
They're still doing that shit over there, man.
Fucking love. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, they love their fascism, man. Or they love they just don't reject their history, man. They're like, this shit looks dope. All right,
well,
I don't give a fuck.
Even then, it's like if they're actually having a Nazi themed Japanese wedding, they have turned it into like fucking cowboys. It's a theme.
Yeah, literally. No, literally. Which fucking rules, dude. I love everything about that.
Great. Let's remove any kind of scariness or seriousness to anyone who wears that thinking they're hot shit. Let's just fucking laugh. Because it's fucking dope and funny, and it's Hugo Boss. It's gonna look cool.
Yeah. Well.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well that's why that's why Motorhead back in the 80s was a whole thing, like.
And that is why I bring that up, because Lemmy tried to normalize the Iron Cross and fucking did so until
Yeah.
2016ish.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got. Ooh, wow. This is.
And then he
I'm so.
died
Oh, go ahead.
and then he died shortly after that. So, yeah.
R.I.P.
Think
Lemmy.
about that.
What'd you come across, Apex?
Wow, no, my cousin just sent me a Snapchat. My cousin, younger cousin, of his PS1 tray and the game Loaded being pushed into it. And it is a kind of a niche, obscure game. Most people haven't heard of it, but it's a top-down, what do you call it? Like directional shooter, where you like shoot with the analog stick.
Right.
And we played the fuck out of it 20 something years ago, and it just memories. Just I got an audible. The sensation it created by seeing that picture was what you guys heard.
And what was the fucking game, dude?
It's called Loaded. The game is called Loaded.
Loaded.
Yeah, I said I said the game loaded into his.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant loaded as in like it hit
like
the
it was
boot
loaded.
screen and
Yeah,
read the
no.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you thought I said.
The game titled Loaded in his PS1.
The game.
Well,
which
no,
is called
game title
Loaded.
Loaded. Yeah, there it is. The game
Yeah.
which holds the name and title Loaded, inserted into
trademark.
the tray. Yes.
Yeah.
God,
Loaded.
that is a bad name when talking.
I know. They had Loaded. They had, and I think, oh man, I can't remember now, but I feel like the sequel was called Loaded 2. Like, why would you not call it Reloaded?
Right.
Yeah. But it was fun. Like, yeah, the characters were unique enough, and again, it's just top down, just kind of mayhem, room clearing, fucking looking for a key to red key, blue key type shit. So anyway, if you're listening out there, play Loaded.
Play Loaded. Play Loaded on the PlayStation 1. You know what
Yeah.
game has unique characters and shooting that isn't a good time?
Overwatch 2.
Overwatch fucking 2, you actually called it, because guess what? New Overwatch 2 accounts have to unlock old heroes as well.
Wow.
If you've never
Yeah.
played the original Overwatch.
What a fucking
Go fuck
nightmare,
yourself.
dude.
Oh yeah, and you know what? It gets worse, because Overwatch 2 is going to record every naughty word you say in voice chat.
I understand. It's
Ooh.
my understanding that you have to input a valid
Phone number.
telephone number. Yes.
Yep. Real ID. Real ID.
Woo! Check that
Gotta
out.
fucking love it. Don't play Blizzard games. Don't play Overwatch. Diablo is dead. You have the originals. You will never lose StarCraft or StarCraft 2. You will never lose any of the Warcraft games. There's World of Warcraft Classic and also private servers, which are about half of it, but then you don't have to, support the actual company. Please stop playing Blizzard games for
It's
your
so
own.
Yeah, no,
sake.
It's
I
insane.
actually, yeah, I was gonna say in regards to Overwatch, I actually got a notification on my PlayStation last night that Overwatch 2 is free to play. Download now, and I'm like, what's the catch here? And
Yeah.
You
just
don't
told
have,
me.
yeah. You have no good rock. And here's the thing that really shits about it, like is the worst fucking part, is this is a game about picking and counter picking. You literally play at a disadvantage because every character, because you can switch in the middle of a game at any point to a different character within that role, right? If you're healer, DPS, or tank, right? So if one
no
tank's
shit.
not working, you can switch to another tank to alter your team composition. In a game where team composition can be the difference between massive victory and fucking getting your shit pushed in hard, you are literally locking away most of the player's actual legitimate toolkit unless they pay.
Right.
And sure, oh yeah, well here play fucking McCree, who isn't named McCree because the guy we named him after did some sexual stuff. So we're gonna fucking punish this character by changing his name and giving him this fucking traumatic backstory that now he has to be redemption. He play him this week. That's cool, but I don't need him in this match right now. I need somebody else. Here's McCree. But I need someone faster, like a Genji. Here's McCree. You can play Genji 4 weeks from now. Wait, I'm sorry, 14 weeks from now when he comes up in rotation. Unless you want to pay us $70 to unlock it, or however much we're going to charge you because you're going to pay. I don't know how much it is to unlock.
Yeah, but still, fuck, $7, $70.
Well, the game's free to play. You shouldn't be complaining about giving up a few dollars to enjoy it more.
I fucking hate that logic. And
It's
going back to just the beginning of your rant, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
thank you.
There is so much to be said about paying or talking with your wallet until I mean
it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Stupid people will still give away money happily. Look at Kickstarter. Look at Twitch. Look at YouTube. Look at streamers. People are happy to throw their fucking money away.
That's true, but it doesn't help to like if you felt scorned by Overwatch and you were a fan of the game.
I was. I personally was. I quit playing when they quit letting the game have fun. In the beginning, I'm sorry to interrupt real quick.
No, you're good.
In the beginning, you used to be able to pick multiples of the same character. So the Korean girl with the mech that's like Titanfall. I remember when my friends, the funnest memory I ever had in Overwatch is all of us picking her, so 6 of us, and we just diva rushed them, and they couldn't stop us. They didn't know what to do, and I was laughing the whole time. And then they stopped that. I'm like, I'm done with Overwatch. I'm done. I quit. And as
so you couldn't be all the same. You can't be all the same here.
And then they took away the ability to say GG easy and make you I have insecurity whenever you type it in or whatever. And then they decided to just start making characters gay to make them more diverse just because. And we can prove that they weren't gay in original conception, that was only changed later because of the leaked intelligence that they do have diversity charts and characters are ranked on how diverse they are. Please continue. I'm so sorry. That was so long.
No, you're fine, dude. It just kind of proves the point that I was going to say, that it's just some hyper nerd shit that like the hyper nerds are always gonna delve into this shit, and they're gonna find reasons to like or not like these products, which is it's fine, but there comes a point when, at least for me, because I may not have been the most hardcore of gamer nerds, but I really enjoyed video games for most of my life. And the last video game I bought was Ghost of Tsushima, and before that, God of War, and I was not happy with that one. But Ghost of Tsushima, I sing its praises all day because that's one of the best games I've ever played.
It's one of the best games of that generation and that they've put out recently.
Yeah, but I just think that people that love to play video games, it's their main hobby, and Overwatch. Again, if you felt burned by the game, it actually matters to not give them more of your attention, to not play that game, or to actually turn it off, or to actually not buy it. I mean, it does more than continuing to play it.
True.
And then
and fund them, yes.
Yeah, and complaining about it, because source waste, footage of, oh, look how fucking shitty this game is. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn on it because, that sort of space is required for proper research, if for consumer research, because I actually do that. Like I will watch some YouTubers play video games and their opinions of it, and just generally the gameplay. But they're professional opinions as gamers as to whether or not what they think, what's good, what's bad, to inform my opinion a little bit, because I don't have the access that they do in a lot of cases. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I may be talking out of my ass here because I don't do anything that I love anymore. Video games, play music, but yeah, I don't know. No real.
And don't forget that they do loot boxing, so they do this predatory practice and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
As it is, and they try to push Overleague as a family friendly thing. Meanwhile, they got lesbians and gay men and lollies and Koreans and Japanese ninjas and gambling.
Right. Well, that actually, you know what? That's a good point because the most fun that I ever had gaming, and it's not one singular day, but it was a period of time when Battlefield 3 came out, and
Yes.
I was on a a satellite, and not even satellite, radio. I can't even remember. I don't know how it works, but I had to have my internet was based on line of sight to a radio tower.
Okay.
So like, and it was 2 miles away, 3 miles away, and the bandwidth was very limited. So when other people in the area were awake and using the internet, I could not play video games. I couldn't play online at all. So I was relegated to playing between like midnight and fucking noon, between 12 a.m. and 12 p.m.
Right.
So I had anyway, I played the fuck out of that game and I loved it. I made a bunch of friends all over the world, several of which I still talk to, and it was just genuine fun. I know other people have had similar experiences with other games, but this was mine. And Battlefield really did it for me. That game, the sandbox nature of it, the different kind of specialties you could have,
The scale.
The scale,
Yeah.
The realism of bullet drop.
Yeah, you could meet people like I 1v1'd the number 2 jet pilot on fucking PlayStation just randomly. I played him in a fucking game and I was like, dude, you're really fucking good. Can we fucking 1v? And he taught me some it was very cool. And then Battlefield 4 came out. And it was the worst launch of a game I think I've ever seen. That game was unplayable for almost a year.
Yeah.
I think Hardline might have been worse.
Oh,
but
Hardline was kind of fun. Like
Hardline was fun because of its jank.
Yeah, well, there was some jank, but like I saw a comparison video pop up in my YouTube feed just a couple of days ago of Hardline's destruction compared to 2042's destruction.
Oh
Hardline, yeah. Hardline had it way better.
yeah, no.
The car chases, it was different. I still, the core mechanics were there, but yeah, then Battlefront and then Battlefront 2 and the whole Battlefront 2 controversy, the gambling loot boxy shit that kind of caused a maelstrom for a little bit.
Modern Battlefront. I have to say modern Battlefront for those listening. I just want to really specify because I'm a diehard fan of the original Battlefront series.
No.
Yeah,
well, Dice's Battlefront.
Yeah, Dice's Battlefront. That's how we say it.
Yeah,
but it's sorry to cut you off, but it's just another case of like there seems to be this trend over the last decade or so where these companies crunch and destroy their employees to get these games out that launch like shit, or at least at the very best broken. Like they're not done. And then it takes them X amount of time and then they fix it. Sometimes
or don't.
Literally years.
And Anthem just gets canceled.
Exactly. And there's also things like Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 was broken as fuck for a long there was a bunch of glitches all through that fucking the USAS 12 with frag grenades with frag rounds was a nightmare. I mean, every time they patched something, another weapon was a fucking just a destroyer. But so some of them are just a shit show all the way through, but the core is good enough to keep. And see, that's where it's hard because here I am advocating for Battlefield 3 is the best game, most fun I ever had in a game, but it was fucked. The game was broken. It was fucked. It was, it wasn't fun a lot of the times because the servers were shit. The, exploits were just not fun. Yet I played it a lot,
It'd be
well, and then I've had the theory for a while now, going on like 8 years, where it seems like now there's a reliance on like there's an over reliance on games with DLC content, where you're talking about like developers releasing unfinished games. It almost kind of seem like it almost seems to me like a lot of these game developers are lazy, and they're like, no, we don't have to finish this game technically. We can release this content later in DLC or whatever.
No,
I think it's
that's
worse
definitely
than
not
that.
it.
I think it's worse than that.
It's cutting because of time constraint, and if they're lucky, they get to use what they cut in a DLC if they're lucky. I'll harken on Bloodborne for this one. Bloodborne was rushed as fuck, and that is why some
Oh
of the
yeah.
presentation in Bloodborne is really fucking shoddy for a developer that made fucking Elden Ring. Just as a quick comparison, right? As an easy, dumb, quick comparison. And so what did they do? They took a lot of ideas that they had in the back burner that they had cut or were wanting to do, and they implemented it into the Old Hunters DLC. That way, what they had already made and concepted, for the most part, got in. They didn't finish the boss arena. They didn't finish a lot of things. They didn't finish the actual final version of the boss that's still in the game files half finished. But they got in some shit.
Well, now, okay, I have a different take, because that's an example of a good and an honest studio that is FromSoft. I think most of the time it's literally chopped up by the suits to explicitly make more money on the back end.
Yeah,
after
Street
the
Fighter
launch.
Cross Tekken on disc
Oh, yeah.
DLC. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Yeah,
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
most.
no,
I
there's
think that's how
definitely that,
most.
too.
I think that's how most of them operate. Honestly,
I'm
I don't think
hopeful.
it's laziness.
I don't like to think it's. Oh yeah. It's never. I don't think it's ever laziness. I think it's either greed or it's due to constraint by publisher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like I'm like people keep bringing up Gotham Knights to me, and they're like, "Are you excited for Gotham Knights?" And to be honest, I haven't pre-ordered it like at all, because until it gets released and I hear actual reviews on it, and not like, "Hey, I got an exclusive, invite to WB Games to play it. Here's the first 16 minutes." Until I hear like actual normie reviews on it, I'm gonna just wait and see.
Yeah, don't pre-order, people.
Because
Don't pre-order.
yeah, no. Well, when people are like, "Hey, here's the first 16 minutes," and like there are multiple videos of that, I'm like, okay, that's just the portion of the map that like WB Games has really polished up
That's just
for like,
advertising. That's just commercial.
that's just, you know. But I mean, and I haven't heard of too many behind the scenes things, but like, after Cyberpunk 2077, and
There it is.
another
And
example.
the
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut my ass up. Y'all go ahead.
No,
I gotta really bite my fucking tongue.
all I'm saying, Akaba, is like that game was massively hyped, and it was a train wreck when
It was.
when it
It
got released.
wasn't that. It was on base PS4, and there was some glitching. But I still will say to everyone, dead to your fucking face, go play PC version of New Vegas on launch or base version PS3, and then fucking come back to me and tell me it's atrocious.
Yeah, no,
Most of those people
I'm
didn't
not-
even fucking play it. Ah, I hate it so much.
I'm not, and listen, I'm not even disagreeing with you on that point. What I'm saying is, Gotham Knights has been so like hyped up to be the best game, and after Cyberpunk 2077, like I don't know that Gotham Knights is going to be broken, but I'm also at the point where I'm like, if it is broken, I'm like, well, at least I didn't pre-order it, at least I didn't spend $70 ahead of time and
Well,
get disappointed.
the thing is too is that it's what do people build in their own hype, what are their expectations, and that results in their disappointment. As somebody who
Yeah.
played fucking Watch Dogs on launch, I can tell you which of the PC launch versions are better, and it's Cyberpunk without a fucking doubt. Maybe
yeah,
not
for
on
sure.
base PS4 and only base PS4, but let's be real, that was a 7-year-old console by the time that game fucking came out. It's kind of a miracle it can run it at all.
Well, yeah, dude, this whole inclusivity thing, spanning across multiple genres in our culture, like, wow, we're gonna make this fucking super dope game, but we're gonna also launch it on this 10-year-old fucking console.
It's what killed fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain and had to have fucking major shit cut because they had to make it work on a 360.
Right. That's what I mean. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb.
But cross-gen plat is fucking dumb. It really is.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm all for everybody being able to play. I'm all for access, not just in video games, but you can't give everybody everything.
I'd say, you know what? If you pay $500 for a console, consider it $100 a year and make peace with that. And then when the new one comes out, pay $500 for at least another 5 years and be okay with that. Don't expect the fucking world.
Right. Yeah.
Because think about the PS1, PS2 games that got PS1 and PS2 versions. They were fucking night and day different games. Look at the Harry Potter multi-plat releases. Every single version of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on every single fucking console or handheld it released on was an entirely different game.
Oh, you're out of my I'm out of my league there, but
eventually they started to be able to make them all similar when they were doing, handhelds or cross-generationals. But in the early days, they were all just fucking different games. Or they just didn't do it, and they only released the new thing on the new things to sell the new thing.
Damn.
What?
I just got another nostalgic hit for some reason. Did you guys ever play the Star Wars episodes 1, 2, or 3 games on PS1? I think it was PS2?
The episode 1 was on PS1, episode 2 and 3 were on PS2, Xbox, and I think GameCube. I played episode 1 and I played episode 3 on the Xbox.
Episode 1 is burned into my memory. There's the little side scroller type fucking game. The lightsaber moves that you would unlock. There's one that still sticks out in my memory, where you do a couple of forward strikes and you turn around and stick the lightsaber under your shoulder and behind you, as you jump backwards, so you're facing away from the enemy that you're stabbing. And it was the coolest fucking thing ever. The animation,
samurai shit.
It looked so fucking cool, man. Man, I loved that game. Bunch of fucking the Roly droids, whatever with the shields.
Droidicas.
Droidicas, yeah. Good shit, man.
Yeah, I remember playing the episode 3 game on the PS2 with my best friend, and we would spend. He would come over on a Friday night, and we would be up until 6 a.m. on into Saturday playing in the arena mode.
Dude, it was such a good fucking fighting game.
That was back when Lucasfilm was Lucasfilm and not owned by Disney, and they actually knew how to develop games back then. And if you really knew what you were doing, there were cheat codes
that unlocked some fucking dope ass characters. Yes, sir.
So then you could find out, oh shit, I can play as Ben Kenobi and not just Obi. Oh shit, old Ben Kenobi is actually really powerful.
And that was just a good game even outside of the fighting sections. Even though it was a movie tie-in game, it was really good.
Yeah, and it was.
I mean, maybe I was just a fucking kid, but
Yeah, no, I mean it was a movie tie-in game that actually worked well with the movie it was tied into. I I mean I remember Batman Begins had like a movie tie-in game that was actually, for the PS2 era. It was like a good Batman game.
Oh yeah, I
Like
remember that. That was decent. Yeah.
it wasn't Arkham, but it was up to that point it was the best Batman game for that era of the console.
It was
So
hard. It was hard to do superhero games back then when you had like fucking 8 megs of RAM or 16 megs of RAM.
yeah.
We're lucky
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was as good as it was.
I actually watched a documentary that some YouTuber did on the making of uh this guy did like interviews with with like the people who developed Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, he fucking let him play the
It's
PS4 version stuff. That was a good video. I've seen that
it's
before.
it's like it actually does make you appreciate like how much care was taken into that game.
A dude just
So
came in and did the work, and it was fucking thankless until people got their hands on it and said, "This is it. This is Spider-Man." And until recently, people said, "Yeah, the only Spider-Man is Spider-Man 2."
yeah.
But boy, we are old and like reminiscing because I still got more news to go through.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, let's
Overwatch
go.
fucking derailed us. But speaking of derailing, you know what else is derailing?
What
The train on the Crimea Bridge.
Well, yeah. And in the same way, just like the bridge got blown up, so is Google blowing up its own online streaming service, Stadia, and refunding all
Oh
Stadia
yeah.
purchases, hardware, software, and DLC. And all of the Stadia team will be carrying their work forward at other departments in Google. So
that
if you were a Stadia believer, and I bet you're an Ouya believer too, yeah, you're kind of meeting the same fate on that one.
I had a guy at Best Buy once like tried to sell me a Stadia, and I was never gonna buy one, but I appreciated the effort that he made to like try and pitch it to me. I can't even remember what the pitch was. I can't even remember what the pitch was. I just remember it was like super enthusiastic, and he put like effort into trying to do it. So, A for effort, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anyone who owned a Stadia or had one.
I don't know anybody that had one or used one outside of people whose job it was to review one.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Medical did talk about that on the last year of the Chud stream. So
I don't remember if I got all the way through that or not. I probably need to go check.
I haven't watched that one at all, actually.
But let's go ahead and round it back to something we were talking about earlier. So we were talking about Cyberpunk earlier, right? Which is good because I've been playing more Cyberpunk. I started a new save, and I have been going through working on a full completion. I got through the first chapter of the game to open up the full map, and then I started doing every little small side task without much story influence. They call them side gigs or NPD scanners, where you just go out and you kill a bunch of guys. So now I just have some main quests on my plate and a bunch of side quests, and I don't have to do anything else in the game. And it feels nice because I feel like now I can just enjoy the fucking game. And boy, oh howdy, fucking Cyberpunk 2077 is good. But you know what worries me about Cyberpunk 2077, and that is the future of CD Projekt and their fucking genius, big-headed schemes. Maybe it was the anime, because they have announced their long-term product outlook and announced a lot of new fucking titles. Have you guys heard about this?
I heard rumors that they might be making a sequel to Cyberpunk.
Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Have you heard about this? You get that thing I sent you? So let's start with Cyberpunk, shall we? Because it's a little bit more on topic here. So Cyberpunk is getting they're working on Phantom Liberty, which is a Cyberpunk 2070 expansion, 2770 expansion by CD Projekt Red. As well, they have announced Project Orion, which is a Cyberpunk 2077 sequel that will prove the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe to be developed by CD Projekt Red team. Okay?
Okay.
So, we have an expansion, a major story-driven expansion for 2077. I don't know if this is the one that they've already announced. I think it is. It is in the final product development phase, and over 350 people are involved from the CDPR Red team. They have already announced that they are planning the sequel. So let's go ahead and jump over, guys. Besides Cyberpunk, what else is CD Projekt Red known for? Do you guys know?
Witcher.
Absolutely, because why Poland? So they have announced several different things. The first of these is Project Cirrus, an innovative take on the Witcher universe, telling an unforgettable story for existing Witcher fans and new audiences. Current project stage is pre-production, being developed by the Molasses Flood, supported by Team CD Projekt Red, with currently 60 people involved. That is the first one. Now, are you ready for the next one? Let's go ahead and jump to the other third-party project, which is Canis Major, which is a story-driven single-player open-world RPG set within the Witcher universe. Contracted to be developed by a third-party studio led by ex-Witcher veterans, which means they're not going to be privy to all the board's retarded shenanigans. So that's 2 Witcher projects. Would you gentlemen like to know the third Witcher project?
Wait, there's a third Witcher. I'm like having to do like a Venn diagram in my mind to keep. I'm like
Yes.
I'm like Charlie from It's Always Sunny with the conspiracy board.
Get
here.
ready, because it's time for Pepe Sylvia. This is Project Polaris, a story-driven open-world RPG built on the legacy of The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Its current project stage is in pre-production, being developed and worked on by CD Projekt Red team, over 150 currently involved. It is the beginning, gentlemen, of a new Witcher trilogy. All 3 games aim to be delivered within a 6-year period following the initial Polaris release.
Oh boy.
Wow.
And that's not all. We have one more. Now, we've talked about Cyberpunk, which I think is the best, and we've talked about Witcher, which is pretty Polish. But how about we do a new IP, gentlemen? Are you ready for a new IP? Because Project Hater is the third IP within CD Projekt Red's or CD Projekt Group's repertoire. It is a standalone IP distinct from the Polishness of Poland and the cyberpunk dystopia of California. It is being developed 100% internally, IP incubation since late 2021, and is currently in the conceptual phase by a small strike team.
So they've done like fantasy with The Witcher. They've done science fiction with Cyberpunk. So are they going to do like some sort of crime game now in this new franchise, or what?
I want them to just make a fucking samurai game with huge fucking anime titties and gambling. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know. I think they're going to fucking go broke before any of this materializes. This is a lot of big announcements. Thankfully, that's all of it. Was that enough for you, gentlemen? Was that enough projects announced?
I mean, I'm still trying to keep the board straight, but yeah, yeah.
Three Witcher projects, one project being a trilogy, a Cyberpunk expansion and the sequel, and just a whole new intellectual property series.
Which we don't even know what that new project is yet. We just know that there is one, right?
It's not even a project. They're just trying to come up with an IP.
Yo, I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, you've got to have something after that. You just brought the train to a stop, dude.
It has literally nothing to do with Cyberpunk or CD Projekt or anything we were just talking about.
Fuck it. What is it? Fuck it.
Kanye West just tweeted, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, capital letters. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. Same tweet. Kanye West did not kill himself.
Kanye West did not kill himself. Hashtag John McAfee did not kill himself. Hashtag Epstein did not kill himself.
I fucking love Kanye, dude. He's so funny.
Hashtag Tony Bobulinski didn't kill himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's that guy was actually back on Tucker this week.
Well, I'm gonna say, if there are any fans of hip hop, and you may be considering buying some originally released Kanye albums on vinyl, go ahead and buy those now before they start shooting up in price, okay? Yeah. Especially anything limited edition, anything of the old run of the college graduation era. Just go ahead and start snatching that up, because it's going to be a sad fucking day.
I don't know, man.
Even though
Kanye could be the next fucking Caesar. That man has.
I want him to be the next president.
The right kind of autism.
Even
though
the Groypers liked it as well, I have to admit I liked Life of Pablo. Actually,
that man is on the precipice of actual art. That's what I say.
And I'm not even into Crystal gospel music, but I bought Jesus is King just because. And it's actually good. It's not bad.
I'm gonna miss him. Oh God.
We're already singing Kanye's eulogy.
I mean, well, you know what? Let's appreciate him while he's still here on this planet. Oh, good Lord. You know what else is on this planet? The PlayStation 5. And you know what's special about the PlayStation 5 is that bitch has been fucking jailbroken.
Yep.
The console has been in existence for under a year, if I'm not mistaken, or a year, or almost under 2 years.
Just over like 2 years.
Just over 2 years.
Very few people can get one.
But they can all hack them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sony, stop. Just stop. Just become a video games publisher. Just pull out. The consoles are done. We're in a new era. Start selling Sony PCs and dude, come on. Just make controllers, sell some PCs, make some games, okay? We can still do this. Give some Japanese people some money to make some weird Japanesey video games, and we can still get something out of this.
Yeah.
They didn't learn with the PS1. They didn't learn with the PS. Well, they kind of learned with the PS2. They made it really hard to mod those. They didn't learn with the PS3 at all. So much that their shit got shut down forever. Almost. They didn't fucking think right with the PS4. The PSP got broken wide open. The PS Vita got broken wide open, and nobody cared. And now the PS5 has been hacked. Sony.
Yeah.
Do you know what the definition of madness is?
Yeah. Insanity, right?
I'm sorry, insanity, not madness. Insanity.
Which is a misquote, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Is a quote as attributed to Einstein. I believe that's a misquote.
You know what I find funny is. I keep hearing announcements of new PlayStation 5 models, but it's
I think PlayStation's dead, honestly, after this generation, the way they've fucked up.
Yeah, no.
Xbox has done really good, and Sony's got a bunch of money in a bunch of different places. You know, they've got their cameras, they've got their computers, they've got their TVs.
Sam, go ahead because I've got a nail in the
They've got
coffin
their
for Sony.
headphones.
I was gonna say, guys, the
Well,
nail. Go ahead.
Well, listen, I'm a PlayStation fanboy, and I agree
Same.
with that.
Ever
it's-
since the first
Me
game.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
I will say this, that the PlayStation has been a dead franchise the second they thought that they could charge $600 for the console, but not really. That's just me kind of being a facetious fuck.
Yeah.
We can look past the bullshot of Killzone 2 that wasn't supposed to be shown to the public and all this, that, and the other. But we need to just kind of like agree that I love PlayStation and I love the characters that are on there and I love the colors and I love the shapes and I love the memories and the nostalgia and even the games that they're first party and second party doing now. But remember that the only reason they won the PS4 generation was because Xbox literally fumbled the ball so hard and first
Right.
that
Right.
they decided,
Yeah.
okay, we're not going to DRM lock your games instead because people didn't like it with Xbox, so we're not going to do it. PS4 and Sony would have been happy to have done the exact same thing if Microsoft did not get lynched publicly.
Well, I
At
agree
E3.
with you, but I think it's more multifaceted. I do think.
Oh,
that
it is, but I'm just simplifying. Continue.
I think that the IP exclusive content in the last generation was heavily in Sony's favor. I mean,
Oh yeah, exclusive.
aside
Yeah.
from the hardware, the game. I mean, from the Uncharted's to the God of Wars to The
Bloodborne.
Last of Us, Bloodborne,
Final Fantasy
mean,
7.
Final Fantasy. They had a fucking treasure
The
trove.
Call of Duty exclusives that they had for DLCs that did a lot
Right.
for them.
Right.
They were the
So,
only console with a baseball game.
I think the
That's
moment
kind of big.
I think the moment that Sony died was the moment they agreed to transfer let their IPs be played on PC. Because it just seems like not that was like a singular moment of demise, but it seems to me to indicate the direction that things are going.
That
They're like-
I disagree. That's them trying to survive because the second Microsoft
That's
took it,
that's what I mean.
is when they did Game Pass because they
that's-
started focusing on the backwards. They did that, and then that's where it shifted, and they realized we're dead in the fucking water.
Well, I guess that's what I mean. It's like a last gasp. They're
Oh, it's how you
desperately
can tell
reaching.
that they hit
Yeah.
the red button.
Right. Yeah. They good way to summarize. They've hit the red button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's good.
Just like Square Enix hitting the panic button on the Final Fantasy VII remake. The PlayStation hit the panic button on PC Studios, and I'm sure that they have one more button, and that's Bloodborne PC. I think that's
Is
the
Bloodborne
last
not
button
on
they
PC?
have. No, you can
Oh.
stream it. You can stream it through PlayStation Now, but you don't get the DLC.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think that's their final panic button, and I
Well,
think
I mean that actually speaks. I think that speaks even more volumes to my point. Because like if their whole message, or if their motivation was to, compete with Game Pass and like offer this multi-platform, cross-generation thing to other people, they would have opened the fucking floodgates. But they're trying to hold on to what they think is their one IP. Like, no, you PC fucks have got all the fucking FromSoft, but not this one. You want to play this one, you got to
they
buy a
also don't
PlayStation.
care enough to give a proper update patch for the PS5. There are some glitches that it runs in PS4 mode, and they could have upgraded to 60. Continue, Sam.
Well, okay, they have glitches on the PS5. That's true, Akaba. But let's talk about the simple fact that there are still lots of people that don't have PS5s.
Well, you know what?
because-
Yeah, let's talk about that because I think that's the most important thing is that people can actually play your new console and the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, and that's the thing. Like, like last year and whatnot, when it launched, we were in the midst of like a pandemic, right? Everyone was having shit.
It was the
going,
worst,
right?
and yeah, it was the worst.
Yeah, and so back then, and so when it first launched and there was a shortage, yeah, I understood. I don't think anyone was giving them a hard time then.
We all understood it. We hated the scalpers,
Yeah.
but we understood it.
now 2 years later, and they're still having the same issue, and it's like, really? It's not 2020 anymore. It's 2022. Like,
Is there still a shortage, or are people just not buying it?
I
feel
think
like
there's
they're
still a
still in
shortage.
stock. Okay.
there's still well, that's the thing. I keep hearing that there's still a shortage.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Let me see. PS5.
Yeah, because graphics cards are starting to get made available again. Like,
Yeah.
we should
I
be at the
can-
point now where
Holy fucking shit! Jesus
what you got?
Christ.
What you got, Apex?
Walmart, $709.
Oh my fucking god! Oh, that's through their private resellers. That's not.
No,
I don't know.
no. This is the Spider-Man bundle.
Oh.
So you get the Spider-Man game and a non-customized. This is straight from the Walmart website.
Disc or digital version?
There is a disc thing on the picture. I'm not gonna.
Okay, so it's probably the disc version.
Now from PlayStation, you can buy. It says you can buy a PS5 for $560. Jesus Christ!
Are they still requiring waitlist? That's my question.
No, they've been telling me that, hey, we got PS5s in stock. I've been getting emails.
Modern Warfare 2 bundle. Let's see. Where's the fucking add to cart button? Jesus Christ. I have to sign in to buy. Fuck you.
Riveting content here on the podcast, people.
Yes. Welcome to the Whitfield Report, where
we try to buy a PS5 live.
Let's watch Apex buy his PS5 so he can play with Sammy and make fun of Sammy
in Elden Ring
playing in real time.
I couldn't buy a PS5 if I was selling myself on the street corner because nobody would buy me.
I'd buy you.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
You guys would buy me just to play some video games, which I appreciate.
Well, Johnny would pay for you. I know that.
I just discovered that I've got some sort of garnishment on my wage. I don't even know why or what for, but it's 20% of my paycheck after taxes and my benefits and stuff. So an additional like $480 has come out of my paycheck, and I don't know why. It just says garnishment.
guys, let's just start going to politician and lawmakers in governmental official houses and just start eating some cheese, some wine, some baguettes, playing a little Champs-Élysées type shit, and just build some guillotines in the front.
Say hello to my friend, my guillotine friend.
I think we should make guillotines in vogue once more. I think that could really get some fucking change to start happening. Because if not, they're still going to be useful. So they won't be put up for nothing.
To be fair, I'm fairly confident that this whatever is being removed from my paycheck is something based on my negligence somewhere in the last handful of years. But I don't know how
all taxation is theft.
Right. But everyone, all I can surmise is I owe the government somehow, because I have a little bit of credit card debt, and some medical bills, and they can't legally just take your fucking paycheck. The only people that can is the government. So I've got to figure that out, which is it's very stressful, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Give children AR-15s and remove pit bulls and build guillotines.
Look, no, what I need to do is build a fucking coliseum and put children with assault rifles and pit bulls in that fucking ring, and charge $500 a ticket. I'd be golden in no time.
Or we build a stadium and we make our security guards toddlers with machine guns and pit bulls.
Ooh.
And we put a guillotine in the center, and we start bringing people to the center of that circle where that fancy guillotine is put there. And we start making some real change.
Toddlers.
We make the politicians fight each other to the death, just like the Hunger Games.
With the guillotine.
Toddlers with fucking assault rifles riding pit bulls as our
There we go.
sentries
On the
Jesus
outside.
Christ.
Because if
Yeah.
the politicians don't kill each other, the toddler and pit bull will.
That's exactly right. You have
Guys,
any idea how itchy
we are gonna
how
Go
itchy
ahead.
the trigger finger is on a toddler? Do you have any idea how itchy the trigger finger on a toddler is?
We're
Hillary,
bringing back. Go ahead.
Hillary Clinton would not be able. Hillary Clinton will, under over whether what's the under over whether or not Hillary Clinton would survive 5 minutes with a toddler with an itchy trigger finger.
She would drown. She would drown in her own saliva. She would drool herself to death.
It would end the second she called the toddler a misogynist. Guys, we need to make America roam again. I think that's what we're kind of getting at here with this
make
episode.
America roam again. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I might actually rename.
Let's get rid of the Walmart Republic we've got going here. Let's get back to the Roman
Get back
times.
to the Romans, which is really
You know
Greek.
what?
But yes.
You know what? We'll throw cripples in there with lions too. We ain't scared.
Well,
Coliseum. That's just it's the same ticket. These people buy a ticket. They spend $700 on this ticket. They're gonna watch a pit bull riding a pit bull ridden by a toddler. Shoot a fucking
a lion being ridden by Sam, who's being ridden by a pit bull, who's being ridden by a toddler with an AR-15, wearing a McDonald's t-shirt.
Unstoppable.
And a
no,
fucking-
wearing no,
and a
wearing a
NASCAR
Burger
hat.
King, wearing a Burger King crown.
No, because we as Americans don't have good associations with anything with crowns. Remember?
No, bullshit. Except for the nigger guy on the plane that
Oh,
was yelling the N-word wearing his Burger King crown. That's what I was getting at.
Okay, we'll put him on the billboards on the outside of the ring.
We'll make him
facing
fight
inward.
something. Yeah, we'll make him
Yeah,
fight
we'll make
something.
it. Oh no, he'd be our commentator. That'd be great.
Ah! Ah!
Sam, you're saying about changing something?
I was gonna say, listen, I won't fight a lion, but I'll be the one riding the lion, chasing the politicians around.
Yeah.
The ring.
We'll get that Russian bitch that's got the Luna, the Black Panther. You'll just become friends with her and that tiger, and you ride them. 'Cause she's really cool. They're both really cool.
Are you talking about Black Panther too?
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
I'm talking about Luna the Panther and her just obnoxiously hot owner / trainer.
Yeah, I hear Black Panther, and my brain goes Marvel.
Well, it's actually a leopard.
Societal. That's societal reprogramming to make me rethink of what I think of when I hear the word Black Panther. Because what I should be thinking of when I hear Black Panther is terrorists in the 70s. But I'm just kidding. Black Panthers, y'all got some good style. Ain't quite Nazi level, but it's pretty decent. You know what isn't decent though? You know what isn't decent, gentlemen? The last article of today, and that is that a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster is in the works.
Oh no!
For
a fucking 5-year-old game.
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
And sources claim an update of the 2017 game is in development, along with a multiplayer spinoff.
Okay, how are all these newish games getting remakes out the ass? But like,
and Bloodborne's on PS4.
but Remedy's just now talking out like remaking Max Payne, even though it's been 20
Sam,
years.
you know why? Because the only people who care about Max Payne are dope-based motherfuckers who are sitting in this call, and we aren't buying enough video games. Apparently, we gotta. And Max Payne isn't a woman who's ugly.
Because we want to play games with actual good gameplay mechanics and good stories. We don't want to buy, we don't want to buy the latest, overproduced crap just because We want actually good games. We don't want
And
mass produced.
that's why we're misogynistic, racist, ableist, oppressive, Nazi, totalitarianistic, authoritarian, fascist,
All the words.
homophobic. Hold on. Intolerant, chuds.
Apparently now we all say Scooby Doo.
Well, no,
Is
Velma's
that
now.
why there's been more? Is that wait? Hold on. Is that why there's now a lot more lesbian porn of Velma being flooded everywhere?
No, Velma's now
Yeah.
black. No, Velma's black in the new thing.
Wait,
That's
what? No,
yeah.
wait, no, wait, no. Velma is a pasty white girl, probably
no.
from like the Minnesota area.
No, sir. She is now black.
But that's not. But
That's
the,
not
the seat.
Well,
the Hanna-Barbera.
Neither is
She's
neither is fucking the Little Mermaid black. But
That's Disney. I come to expect that. This is Scooby Doo though. I care about this.
I guarantee you Disney fucking owns this IP.
It should be Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
She's
probably,
now Velma is now a black woman who's played by an Indian woman.
Is this a
Mindy
wait? What
Kaling.
is from The Office? Wait, hold on. Is this a cartoon or live action?
It's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, but it's
And it's wait, hold on. We're talking fucking Velma Dinkley, Van Winkle,
yeah.
whatever her fucking last
Yeah.
name is.
yeah.
No,
the
it's
one-
an actual show surrounding Velma. Hold on, I will.
Wait,
share
just
my-
Velma? It's not a Scooby Doo
yes.
show?
Yes, sir. I
It's-
hold on 1 second, and I will show you just exactly.
I need to start
What you're in
Googling how to make a
for.
fucking guillotine. I need to start figuring out how to make. I'm going to fucking goddamn Home Depot.
Oh
tomorrow.
wait, no, we're not gonna watch that. No, that's not what I wanted to watch.
Oh, fuck.
Official
no.
teaser from HBO Max. Are you watching?
No,
You here?
I'm watching. No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't want to. No, dude. I don't. Oh, dear.
Can you guys hear it?
Dear HBO Max,
Yeah.
they just learned you intend to make a genre-bending comedic origin story of Judy Jetson. When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies. If there is one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever. I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma. Well, at least Judy's still white. Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery. And solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
A serial killer calling from inside my house? Yes, that's a classic, and that's my point. Why change anything when the classics all still work, right? Wait, you're inside my house?
Yeah.
Welcome to your childhood.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Nope. I need to.
Do you like-
No.
do you-
I'm getting.
do you-
No. I'm getting the fucking 9mm. I'm fucking done with this shit. They're not gonna fucking do that to Scooby-Doo. Okay.
Do you like how they were like, you can't change anything. You can't fucking change characters.
Guys, you
They're trying to
can't
do
just
like
say
the
the on the nose thing and think that like makes the rest of it okay. Or like, no, guys, we're hip to it. We can see we're making the joke. We get
It's
it. No,
incredible.
you're spitting in my fucking face, and I have a gun. Don't do that. And you know what the worst part is? She sounds fantastic. She would have done a fantastic Velma if
Yeah.
they did not try this on the. Why would the black girl go? At least she's still white, when that's the typical stereotypical thing you would joke for the other skin tone. Because you were
Mhm.
trying to be lay hip with it or lay on
Well,
the
look,
nose of
there's-
the.
There's a lot of based black girls out there. Maybe that's who they're trying to appeal to. You know?
Oh my fucking god. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
You having a stroke?
dude. Dude, if this is an origin story of Velma, how did she become white? Is she Michael Jackson?
No.
Is this vitiligo?
Yeah, she's got vitiligo, dude. No, I love how they, just like with the She-Hulk thing, which I've never watched a single second of other than clips on Twitter, but like her main enemy, apparently in the most recent episode, is just online trolls like leaking her sex tape, like Reddit nerds.
Nice.
Leaking her sex tape and calling her a slut.
Based.
Yeah. So, and it's like, it's this big, like literally, like they build it up like Lex fucking Luthor, apparently. And it's like, oh, well, she's a slut. Look how she fucks guys on camera, or somebody filmed her fuck or something. Whatever. I don't even know.
Well,
but they're trying to lean into this online thing.
But don't they also make her act like a fucking slut on the show?
I mean, she clearly is a slut. If she's got a sex tape, the bitch is a whore. Come on.
I mean, well, that's fair. I can't argue that. I guess.
Well, I mean, so I haven't seen an episode of the of this show, but from
Matt
what I
Jarbo
heard,
loves it.
I'm sure he fucking does.
He
also fucking watches Rachel Maddow.
I heard that there's an episode where she explains to the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner, that the reason why he's angry all the time is because he's a man.
No. You've misinterpreted that. It's a Bruce is trying to explain to her that, you know, something about anger and how it comes in unexpected forms, and you've got to be prepared to control yourself. And her response is something like, I've been catcalled my whole life. I deal with toxic masculinity every single day. I know what it means to be angry. I'm better than you, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, the original, because I'm a woman and I have tits. And to be fair, she's right about that last part.
I wish women would catcall me. I don't know what the fuck the problem is.
The whole thing of catcalling is okay. I understand if it's just like some but a lot of women I know.
No, I want to listen to women yell at me across the street and tell me they want to fucking gargle my nuts. That sounds fantastic.
Dude, catcalling, I would love to be catcalled. I would love to be catcalled.
That'd be fucking fantastic.
I would love to be objectified by a woman.
That would fucking make my shitty day a little better. Because like, hey, well, somebody wants to touch my penis. You know?
All right, I got a 4-minute scene here on YouTube if you guys want to.
After the video you just showed me, I don't fucking trust you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Hold on. I just give me one more second, because that is Scooby-Doo is legitimately a near and dear to my heart series. Like I had a my parents got me everything to have a Scooby-Doo themed bathroom and bedroom when I was a kid. Like I fucking watched the fucking Zombie Island where they went to fucking Louisiana movie. Like fucking I wore that VHS tape down. I loved Scooby-Doo, and this kills me.
Yeah, on the bright
not because
side,
she's black, because of the on the nose guys look at us joke.
Yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd.
Sorry, Sam,
yeah, on the bright side, this HBO Max thing makes like the live action Scooby-Doo movies look good, which are terrible.
Those aren't even that bad. They're
not even
weird,
that bad,
but they're not the worst. I've seen more like movies based on a thing that were way worse. They are not that offensive, but like people don't like anything lately coming out, and they've been trying it. That's why Scoob happened, and Scoob was actually a decent movie that nobody will believe.
All right,
I'm old and I'm angry, and I have a gun. Make me more angry.
Yeah, I've got you.
The whole 4-minute training scene or the 2-minute. She has it so much harder. I have no idea which either. We're gonna go with the short one.
I'll probably want to kill myself less with the second.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger.
She's driving a Jeep with him on top of it.
I do it all the time.
Bullshit!
Okay, we're not gonna watch that one because this is
Yeah, that
this is
one's-
cutting in other shit from other parts. We're just gonna watch the straight up clip. I think this is the
Being a Hulk asks for balance.
Oh look, she's
I'm
Boy,
glad
I hope this
how
doesn't get
Odyssey
flagged.
is probably gonna
Little
strike.
punk!
Yeah.
So I'm clearly nailing it at all of these things. When am I ever going to use this as a lawyer?
Jen, when you have powers like this, it's like putting a target on your back and the backs of all the people you care about.
Oh, cool. Yet another way my life is ruined. Thanks, Bruce.
All right, all I've been doing is showing you the downsides of being a Hulk, but there are a few upsides. Our bodies metabolize alcohol at an incredibly fast rate, which means that we can drink so much and not get drunk.
look. The guy's talking about getting drunk.
All buzz, no barf.
Just good.
Oh, this is good.
Don't you want to get drunk? Isn't that the point?
Yes.
Wow! Jesus, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
God, the CGI is so bad.
For comedy,
I don't like Hulk.
This
He looks
is a
scary.
multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Hulk is looking.
Look, she threw it farther than him.
Who's your best friend?
Now he just looks goofy.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance.
Is this Hulk or
You have
Shrek?
so much more to learn.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm clearly nailing it at all
genuinely
these
don't know.
things.
If you want to go back to life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
God.
Fourth wall. Oh wow, they break the fourth wall. How fucking
More
edgy.
and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork. We're going to launch a division for them. And I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
Jennifer Waters. Namaste.
I have a
Namaste.
serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh. People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky.
I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's great. Jen, do your thing.
God, I really like this outfit.
Terrible.
I'm not proud of this.
I'm not, dude.
We answer to a higher power.
Oh no.
Is on the edge of a precipice.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
The Book of Ashanti.
No, the book of
You know that man
laws.
was
He's
Whether
Asian.
you like it or not, you're now a
no,
superhero.
was one of
Let's
the
do this.
cons.
Oh yeah.
You know that friend you had in high school
No.
who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone? Hello.
I just want to get through this without
I
interrupting
think
anymore.
I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
I don't think he's gonna say this thing. He's just saying. She says.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Anyway,
I like how they're like, look at the women having to deal with catcalling and being sexualized and objectified, but look at her fucking dump truck ass and thighs and twerking and her titties and how pretty she is, because we couldn't make an ugly female Hulk because then that wouldn't fucking sell. But don't think she's sexy because that's misogynistic.
Yeah.
well, yeah, they
like,
do some twerking and shit.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
twerking gifs, and just to know that she has the fucking nuts to say that to Bruce Banner. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say this, and this may anger some people, and I really don't give a fuck. And Mr. Vickers, I love you. I'm sorry. Let's keep comic books. Let's make comic books again.
Yes, thank you.
I am fucking tired of the movies. I am tired of the TV shows. Let's have superheroes be
It's-
these cool things in some books of printed images.
it's been overdone. I remember when. Listen, I I remember when superhero movies used to come out like every two. Like you would get a new Spider-Man movie every 2 or 3 years with the Tobey Maguire movies. There weren't new ones coming out every year. Like
And
superhero,
it was working off the same thing, and it never went too crazy.
yeah, but like
I found it. Go
when
ahead, Sammy.
the
Continue.
when the Spider-Man movie came out, like there was like there was Spider-Man 1 and then there was Spider-Man 2 and then like we had to wait like, 3 years to like find out. My point is like we had to wait for superhero movies and sequels back in the day. They weren't churning them out like they
I
do
was thinking.
now, and
I
like
was actually. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and I think because of that we appreciated them more back then because they weren't like churned out every single year.
That's literally what I was gonna. I was seriously thinking about this earlier today. That I would much rather forego this shipping, this cross-platform bullshit on every level: video games, movies, TV shows, all of it, to have the exclusivity that we used to have back in the day, where it was like you
Yeah.
had to watch this thing to get that thing. That thing couldn't be found in 5 other things. You had to watch this one thing. But anyway,
Yeah,
here's this 32-second
then
clip. Are you, go ahead, Sammy.
yeah,
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
But then
Finish what you were saying.
but then that was like the only thing you had to watch. You didn't have to watch 5 other things to get
And
to that one
you didn't have to
thing.
watch it to watch the newest Avengers movie. You wouldn't have had to have watched 4 other movies, an origin story of a
4.
side
Try
character.
fucking 9. Like
Thank you
9
for
other
proving my
fucking
point.
movies. Yeah.
And then 2 prequel TV series, and then another side TV series based off of that. And if you're lucky, nobody wrote a fucking novel at some point.
Right. All right. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This was the original.
I'm
clip.
ready to be upset.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time. But when I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult or might just literally get murdered. So I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
I'm just gonna say a woman would also say the same shit to her and explain her own area of expertise.
Yeah,
That's pretty
oh,
fucking
for
simple.
real.
I think it'll be a man.
For real, because she's a dumb bitch. She sucks at her job, probably. There's a lot of those. Men too.
Men too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men can get fucking murdered. What about
Men-
that one? What about that one crazy chick in Japan that people started falling for? She
I
just
don't know
stabbed the
what
dude
she-
she
Yeah.
liked. She just stabbed the dude she liked.
I wish a girl that liked me would stab me, man.
You're with a Latina. It's possible.
She probably will. Yeah, that will probably be my cause of death. Dating a Latina. Yeah, it's
Like many men before you.
I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah.
Well, the least she could do is like straddle your face while she kills you.
Yeah. Well, look. If anything, I will be drowned. Oh, never mind.
I was trying to make a big booty Latina joke, but it didn't work.
Well, look, no, she's a fucking beanpole, man. She bucks the stereotype. She's a tall, skinny Latina. So yeah, no big booty, no big titties. She's got big lips, and she's very pretty. But other than
Will
that,
probably stab you.
She will probably stab me. Yeah.
Who knows
she gets
fatally, but
if she gets a gun, she will probably shoot me. And I've been taking her to firing ranges
not
to practice, but
Not if
Maybe
you
I'm
stab her,
engineering my own suicide. Maybe that's the whole
not if
point
you,
here.
Suicide by Latina.
not if you,
Yeah, suicide by Latina.
Not if what's
not
that?
if you stab her. Not if you stab her first, Apex.
Nah,
With your
man.
dick.
Look,
That's
I've
how we
tried.
create
I've
She-Hulk.
tried. Yeah, I've tried to. Yeah. Look, I've stabbed her repeatedly, man. That shit don't
Okay, with
work.
a knife though.
No,
Come
no.
on, man. That one's not gonna. That's just gonna do
Uh.
knockout damage. That's not lethal damage with those stabs.
That is not lethal. No,
Uh.
that's a couple hours down. Hell yeah, dude. So wait, Akiba, I hear you're going back. I hear you. The old band is getting back together.
We are. The Good, the
Yeah.
Bad, and the Vicious will be returning this coming Thursday, the 13th. And yeah.
Very good.
Who knows what's gonna happen? I certainly fucking don't.
I'm excited.
I am
Either
too.
way.
It's been a while.
I hear rumors that you might be going on a road trip to Mexico, or virtually at least. I don't know though.
I mean, anything.
Look, anything's
is possible
possible
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything is possible nowadays.
I saw a bunch of could be, could have, might have happens in the tweet I saw announcing the resurgence of the Good, the Bad, and the Vicious. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
I am too. I think things are in flux as they always are. We're doing our best to get everything set up, but we will be returning, and the topic for episode 12, our returning show, will be the topic of father's responsibilities.
Fantastic.
So I get to hear father talk. I get to talk about not being a father and my partial moments in fatherhood in video games with Tamagotchis or Princess Makers or Idol Master. It's going to be a good time.
Hey, maybe I could sneak in there and talk about being a stepfather for a handful of years.
Maybe. To be fair though, nowadays the threshold for being a good father is not too hard. You just got to, give more money to your baby mama or your wife, more money, give them more money than, I don't know, strangers on the internet do.
Yeah.
It's not too hard
Yeah,
to do.
that's a good start. Yeah.
It's not too hard to do,
And it's
also
probably
try to pimp him out and a picture out and, use him for sympathy points on the internet when you're a fucking man and the father. It's a very low bar, honestly.
Or better yet, have your horse-faced, disgusting female post hang-drying clothing in Mexico with no fucking... Sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. With posting pictures with no bra on while holding said baby. And listen, that baby in that picture is pretty awesome. He's got like the Italian fucking kind of hands going on. He's like, look at how fucking perfect this picture is, guys.
That poor bastard may make it.
He is a meme lord already. I love
she.
that
I'm sorry. It's a girl. That's right.
Oh my God, Rosie is a she. Shit, you're right.
Yeah, Rose. I'm sorry. Yeah, Rose is a she. I'm sorry. That little girl she might be okay.
No, yeah, I think so.
And you made me realize something, Apex. I need to give you a nice good fuck you to your fucking face, because I forgot how happy my life had gotten before I saw May again. And then I just got sad. And then I forgot that I saw that picture and I was kind of happy. I've been, doing stuff I like. I've been having some fun with Cyberpunk, watching some anime. And then you brought up in this fucking show that you had retweeted that picture, or at least I remember it. I saw it from your fucking retweet.
I definitely
and then I got
retweeted it.
sad again right as you were talking about horse face and nipples. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, she looks like that.
Okay. Steely.
Fuck
Steely.
Fuck yo couch nigga. Fuck.
Steely. Hold
Steely says
up.
pantsu nips. All right, so
Yes. Well, no. Steely seems turned on by pants.
All right.
in
You know what?
this.
You know what? I'm gonna play
Which
devil's advocate.
no, Steely.
No, what? No.
No.
I'm gonna be the other side. This case, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Ooh,
for
this
one.
should be fun.
I would much rather see a naked pantsu than a naked Ethan Ralph. At
Well,
the very least.
Yeah. No.
Well, now
no
hold on. Now, if,
Oh boy. Oh,
if we're talking
boy.
about a straight up photograph, like a full frontal nudity picture of one or the other, I would rather have Ethan Ralph because that's way funnier. There's way more possibilities there.
You would laugh. I just get sad.
Pantsu's I would get sad at Pantsu's nudies, man.
I've seen sad titties. I know what sad titties look like when it looks like you just stuffed a bunch of fucking quarters and a single Tangelo in an old tube sock. I know what mournful tits look like, okay? I've wanted to arrange a nice little funeral concession for a pair of tits that was extremely sad. I would still be more sad looking at a naked Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, well, okay. I mean, I'm not going to say it wouldn't be sad, wouldn't be a depressing photo of humanity, but it would be way funnier. Like Pansy would just be like a gross naked girl.
You know what? More corn could be harvested from the other. I'll give you that.
Ethan Ralph being nude, and his tiny little penis, hidden by his fat gunt hanging 12 inches past his fucking belt line.
The micro Memphis 10 centimeter, yep.
Would be funny. What is 10 centimeters?
His penis.
In American.
Oh.
No, what is that in American?
4'3". 4'1". I don't know. Whatever the fucking joke is.
That's 3.94 inches. Is literally right before 4
really?
inches, which is what I said. Yeah.
Oh.
I just Googled it.
10. Okay, I'm sorry. Micro Memphis 10 millimeter. Okay, there.
Centimeter.
No, millimeter. Smaller than that.
What? Come on,
Yeah,
man. Look.
Yeah,
he got so mad.
I'm all good
he
for
got
cartoonish.
so mad and told Gator, "No, it doesn't look as big as it did, just because I was laying down or whatever. It was a bad angle. Like it's 10 millimeters. That's just 10 millimeters.
So that's 0.393 of an inch.
Yeah, that's about right.
No, it's not. Come on.
That's about right.
Give the bog hog some fucking credit, all right?
If you want to give Ethan Ralph some more fucking dick, by all means, give him some dick.
He has got at least 4 inches worth of penis. That is not fair. Come on. He is a human man. No man has less than 1 inch of penis that's not Asian.
They prefer to be called ma'am now. Excuse you.
It's ma'am.
Okay, we gotta stop this because I'm running out of freestyle material. I'm gonna stop.
Let's go. I gotta work open to fucking close tomorrow. I got 12 goddamn hours I gotta do.
And also, we're talking out Ralph as a man, but what about pigs? Yeah. No, never mind. I don't want you.
Yeah, don't go there. Don't even go there. You're only gonna give him fucking more leeway. See, I did him a favor. All right. He is a human man with its very severely tiny penis. He's also obnoxiously fat. So
I like that you're just thinking about it in your head. You just start laughing.
I literally am. Yeah. He's obnoxiously fat. It would be really funny to see that fat piece of shit, like, I don't know, release a sex tape of him with his tiny penis shoving his thumb into some poor young woman's ass and, maybe sticking it in his mouth, sniffing on. Oh,
not maybe. I'm actually eating poop.
Eating poop. That's right.
Ethan Ralph eats fecal matter.
Well,
Ethan
apparently
Ralph, the poop eater.
So does Fuentes.
No. Yeah, but that's because Fuentes is a homosexual. That's normal for them.
Yeah, man. Look, the dick comes out of your own ass. What are you gonna not suck the dick of the guy that was just fucking you?
Oh yeah. I will say this. I think the homosexual men of America first are the ones truly going to be holding up the adult diaper industry going forward in the future. All gay men will, but especially America First. I think they'll really be holding the American adult diaper infrastructure, the economy of it, holding it together in 20, 30 years when none of them can close their assholes.
Yeah, and they'll transition though. They'll be the adult baby. It'll be a fetish. They'll be a protected class by that point somehow, where they get their
Guillotines,
adult baby diapers for free.
We need guillotines. Walmart starts selling guillotines.
And they will somehow convince their audience or what's left of it that it's all based in red pilled. That's
parents.
Yeah, you
Parents
remember
teach your children how to make guillotines.
You guys know how like original settlers used to like keep teeth and ears and shit, or even Vietnam veterans keep teeth and ears and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start chopping penises off and keeping them around our
Glorious
necks.
Bastards, Nazi scalps. That's what we're doing.
No, dicks. God. We're doing straight dicks. Or if they're Jewish.
That's a goddamn Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode.
Is it really? God damn.
Yes, they had this Asian thing that if you rip the bottom of your cup and you win the grand prize, these little like Asian penis guys with rice hats will come over with a fucking necklace made of dicks on it because you won the grand prize. And that's getting your dick cut off, so they can take your dick back to the dick ship, so that the dick fairy, who used to be the tooth fairy in disguise, so that the dick fairy can have enough dicks to make a dick rocket to get back to Dick Planet. That is an actual fucking episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I will always remember the fucking the goddamn thing they were eating. They were eating at the beginning of the episode wasabi fries, where they put wasabi on the inside of the French fry, and I've always wanted that. And that's how I end that on a good note.
Damn, you're fat. God damn, you're fat, Akiba.
Look, I need to talk about something I care about after talking about dicks.
No, that's awesome though, because I don't. That does not ring any bells in my Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Go rewatch
repertoire.
The whole series. It holds up. It's worth it.
I love that. I loved that show, but I wasn't like a huge fan. Like I watched it when it was just when I watched.
Go back,
you know?
You'll be a huge fan. It's so good. It's so fucking good. We're here to rip your dicks off. That's how they fucking talked.
That was me with the Office. I wasn't a huge fan when it was on, but I rewatched it during the pandemic, and the Office wasn't really like, super raunchy or anything, but they made like politically incorrect jokes that you could not make.
Fucking fantastic ones.
Dude, you know who does that better than anybody is 30 Rock. 30 Rock's one of the best fucking shows ever on TV. The funniest shows anyway. Like the jokes per minute in that show is unprecedented.
Hold on. Hi, NBC. I'm Tracy Morgan. I'm black, y'all, like peacocks, baby.
And begrudgingly,
Alec Baldwin's fucking hilarious. It's perfect. Yeah, he's perfect in that role.
Fucking Tracy talking about his background. I seen a hooker eat a tire. I watched a pack of dogs successfully take over and manage a Waffle House.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's gold. I watched a couple episodes recently. I mean, I watched the whole series years ago, but goddamn, it's so good. That's like Simpsons level comedy writing, where it's like just joke.
Good Simpsons.
Good. Not modern Simpsons, but pre-episode or pre-season 10, let's say.
Pre-Skinner rewriting of lore. Yeah. I think the Skinner episode was the turning point, but boy howdy, that went from we made some fucking jumps from that one.
Hey, look, this is the Whitfield Report, bro, where we
go from Ansu nipples to Simpsons.
We have no goals and we just bullshit because this crippled bastard running the fucking show here,
picked the theme of America as
doesn't bother to like come up with a show structure, like things he wants to talk about or anything like that. which is fine. I've been here for
he's
3
crippled,
fucking years,
Apex.
bitch. I know.
Well, and see, freeform streams are like became like all the rage when I created this show. So
Well, we need some structures. Well, you know what? We'll talk about this off air.
Fucking enter the Patrick meme. Is insanity a structure? Because that's the structure with you, Apex. It's the you're either on the train when it takes off, or you catch up with the train on whatever you're riding to get onto the train. You make your way to the front of the train. You push Sam out of his wheelchair. You bludgeon me and or get your Latina partner to stab me, and then you take the train and you go this bitch 2 on the tracks, and you just hit left. And the thing is, the lever only goes forward and back, so you go pulling it left is pretty fucking impressive. And then that's how we end up taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Let's be clear. I ride up on my horse with my elongated, super skinny toothpick Latina bitch. I throw her onto the lead car, the engine, as it were, I guess it's called. And then I jump off of my horse. I shoot it in the fucking head because I don't need it anymore.
Like one would dispose of a Yoshi in Mario. Yes.
Right, and then I throw my gun off the train because I'm not trying to kill anything else. Right.
Right. That's why you have your girlfriend. Yeah.
I boot Sammy into the incinerator and use him as fuel for the progression of his stream. I mean, I pull him out
as
once
you sit in his wheelchair
properly. I sit
where the real power is.
I kick him out of his wheelchair into the incinerator. Sit in his wheelchair. Pull him out real quick. So we don't want to kill him. Just singe him a little bit. That's why his hairline's.
Just give him that Flavor Flav crisp.
which is why I come out shaved every 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And then
to cover the scars. Right. So then I pull him out of the fire. My hot, skinny Latina girlfriend kicks him in the face with her 6-inch high heels, caves his fucking eyeball in. And then only then do we find out it's a decoy. This was a fake crippled Sammy the whole time.
You haven't watched Naruto. Yeah, you should have seen
Sammy's been in the dining car the whole fucking time. Right? So now we've got to climb over all these cars.
I just put on old Rush Limbaugh YouTube clips in 360p, and he was happy to just chill there.
Yeah. I literally I just threw on a Rush Limbaugh compilation, a 3-hour Rush Limbaugh compilation. He didn't move, So so then I took the wheel of the train, which is an actual wheel, and I rocked it left and right, as hard as I could, and eventually we ended up in a e-girl bathwater lake of southern Florida, miles away from Sammy's house, and I don't think he's ever left, if I remember correctly.
So what about Delphine?
Just just e-girl bathwater. I mean, maybe all of them, maybe one of them, maybe who knows? Okay. I'm not sure. It's just what it's called. That's just the name of the lake, Akiba. I don't know.
Oh fuck, that's our actual future. Fuck off. Oh, that's too real. Noah's blocked now. Anything's possible. Fuck.
This actually might be our greatest episode.
I like this one. This was really good.
This was fun. I enjoyed it. But let's kill it while we're just under 3 hours.
And it's still kind of funny.
Anyway, though,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining.
anyway, though, John Arcade, this round was way better than your Did aliens fuck dinosaurs or monkeys?
Oh, dude, that was awesome. That was an awesome episode, though, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. It was also our most downloaded episode for a while.
Really?
Spotify. Yeah. That was
I did not know that.
That was an episode where we put no effort into it whatsoever, and And it's gotten like over 3,000 downloads or something.
Oh shit! Oh, you said
Over
downloads?
time,
I thought you said downvotes.
No, downloads.
Oh my god! Okay.
It's
Jesus
the most
Christ.
popular one, not the most hated one. The most popular.
Dude, that's why I pulled out the
no,
Chex Mix. I just pulled out the fucking Chex cereal to start munching because to cope with that being the most downvoted episode you've ever done.
Well, you should have pulled
And
it
it
out
turns
to
out-
enjoy the delicious taste of Chex because Chex Mix rocks.
They're rice Chex too. By the way.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Lonely
And-
Island
and-
song about Chex Mix. Continue, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, though, folks, yeah, I think we ought to kill the stream. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and glad to be back. Glad that Ian didn't kill me. Now go home,
Ladies and
faggot.
gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Whitfield Report. Sam W.
Whoop.
Yep. Never mind.
Sam,
No, you don't want to get some fumble. You don't want to
Yeah.
try to pick up on it. You're good. You're just gonna fumble.
Patreon.com/The Whitfield Report. Sam WNGC on all platforms, basically. Thank you for listening. We love you, and don't kill yourself. Seek help.
That's solid. That's fair. That's solid.
Pretty much.
I think that's our take.
See you next
Good night,
week,
everybody.
folks.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good evening, good week, good weekend, and thank you for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening to The Whitfield Report on the NGC Network. Please visit Sam's website at www.thesamwhitfield.com and support Sam on Patreon at patreon.com/Whitfield Report. Until next time, God bless, God save this great nation, and God, freedom, legacy, in that order.
And send Sam your titties.